Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are joined once again by, at this point, some of the best friends of the damn show around.
Seth Pomeroy.
And Holly Perkins.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to summer.
Yes.
This
Ooh,
is
it's hot, baby.
Holly,
This is the worst season of the year. I hate summer
Really?
so much.
Oh,
I hate
day
it.
of my
I hate
life.
it.
Oh, no.
That's
I
that's
didn't wanna bring it
coincidental that it's the worst day
I
of
didn't want to
Seth's
bring it
life.
up.
what's your birth month, Seth? 'Cause-
September.
Oh, okay, so we got a fall.
That's right.
In you, we got a
Falling down,
spring over
folks.
here. Holly and I
Summer.
just a mere 48 hours apart in terms of
Summer
birthdays.
babies.
Yes,
Wow.
that's
And
right.
Carly too. Carly's the same birthday.
Same birthday as
Oh
Holly.
Yeah.
no shit!
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah. See, I
Magical.
you know, to quote Howard Kramer, I come alive in summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a
right.
summer baby. I need
It's
heat.
I cook outside, so I don't want to be outside.
What?
And then I'm inside all day long.
oh,
I thought you were
So
saying
I'm
you were-
depressed.
You were a girl master of some kind.
Yeah, no, I wish I could embrace the summer and embrace the day like that, but
wait,
I hate it.
Hold on, do you call serving wine cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking out there. Dude, look at my fucking look at this shit.
Yeah,
Dude, my
those
face
are-
is like
those are
getting
cooker's
so
arms.
I'm getting so
Yeah.
self-conscious about it too because because I'm 35 and like I feel like it's cooking my face and you can like strike a match off my face now like I look like fucking Jack Palance or some shit.
You look like an overworked
Gotta get on that
paperboy.
SPF.
Dude,
That's so funny.
I want to look young.
when you said you were cooking, I didn't know you meant you personally. I thought you meant like your activity.
Oh no! I mean, I'm like
Yeah.
like the mask. I'm like smoking. Like I am doing that outside, but I'm like,
We're cooking, honey.
Somebody
yeah, I'm
stop
cooking.
me.
No, I mean like I'm literally like, my pasty ass is cooking in the sun, and I'm gonna get
Gotcha.
skin cancer.
Yeah.
But, like,
That's
You
we're all
just
gonna
gotta
get
get
skin
that
cancer,
SPF.
baby.
No,
yeah,
Los
yeah.
Angeles.
Carly's got like the nice shit that she puts on her
Oh, yeah,
face.
baby.
I need to
Every
buy that.
day.
Oh yeah,
I don't do it just to challenge God.
Yeah,
You're trying to kill me.
Oh, that's
Wow.
that's bold too with
hey,
the
you know.
with the chrome dome there. My
Yeah, that's
friend.
right.
Yeah.
I shave my shit bald so it'll get burned more.
yeah.
I'm like, I need all the smoke. I'm like Kanye West. I need all the hate.
You know, burn off the detritus.
Yeah. I'm red hot Steve Austin.
It's true. No, I do. Every walk, we have a beautiful, wonderful dog, and every time I take the dog out, I'm like, "Oh, it's great! I'm gonna go outside. It's fucking California. It's beautiful." Then I get out there, but whenever Holly sees us, I leave all happy, and then as soon as I walk back in, I'm like, "Oh, the fuck! It's 100 fucking degrees through the fucking AC.
Put the AC on.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
bitch
fucking
for
hot.
like I don't know, at least 10 minutes.
And then you stay inside all day and you get depressed. I hate summer. I hate it.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't
No,
like
I
it.
love summer. You just
Oh,
gotta
that's
lean
nice.
into it. Just be like, I'm sweaty. I'm hot. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Well, I like when it gets colder because you get to layer up, and boy, as a young fat boy, that worked.
Oh yeah.
I like
Hides the
layering up.
titties.
Hides the titties, hides the shame, and I
Hey,
loved it.
Look, today's my day off. Y'all are seeing me with sleeves for the first time today.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
I've never seen your arms.
No, yeah, I was rocking.
I didn't know
the,
you had full sleeve tattoos on both arms.
He has
No,
a Rage Against the Machine. Just
Are they
black
both
bar.
tigers or?
Is the tiger eating the snake, or what is going on that?
No, I just mean I was I was rocking the laundry wear earlier. Some home sliced t-shirt action.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, got to yoked shirt.
Like you spilled an egg on it? Like
Yes,
what?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All yoked up.
Yoked like the
Cooked the
gym.
yolks and now they're shirt.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
That's
see.
funny enough. That's where I find some of the energy drinks that we taste. There is a place in Burbank called Get Yoked.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
And you,
Well,
So
why-
like that's a workout thing, is yoking.
Yeah, getting yoked is like getting
Yolking.
getting jacked up, getting
Like yoke
shredded.
music, yoke rock. Yeah.
I'm really into yolk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell,
Yeah.
the Yokies.
yeah. So about the yoke movement? Big in the 60s. Laurel Canyon.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So there's a yoke rock place up in the valley.
Yeah, it's called Get Yoked. YOK''D. Get
Oh.
Yoked. Yeah, that's where I go if I'm trying to find the Rolls Royce of energy drinks, that being Ray's Baja Lime. There's only one place to go, and that's
Baja
Get Yoked.
Lime.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, and it's
They're the yokiest.
oh.
Nothing good for you is flavored Baja lime.
face
They're
down
like,
in
you
the
know,
sand.
Baja, famous for their limes.
Well, I think it's their attempt at doing a Baja Blast kind of flavored
sure.
energy drink, but now that has become redundant because there is now a Baja Blast Mountain Dew energy. So
Wow.
Baja Lime chemotherapy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Save your life, but it's Baja Lime.
Yes. How long?
Why
can,
is your IV bag blue?
yeah.
It's like I'm on the beach.
How long can you Baja last?
Baja.
Oh man.
Baja. I find it funny. Bah humbug. Ha ha.
Ooh, that'd be the name for a
It's
really
like a Taco Bell campaign during Christmas. Baja Humbug.
Baja lime bug.
Baja Lime Bug. Drink this shit.
ooh. And
They're like, we can't say bug. They accused us of having bugs in our
yeah.
They can't say
We
bug.
The
can't-
food
we
is
can't
not
say
bugs.
bug.
a Mountain Dew
This is
comedy
not
show.
bugs.
Baha ha ha.
Oh.
Lime.
Wow.
Lime. Yes. But yeah, get yoked up a shirt.
I'm ready to get yoked.
Yeah. Well, if you're ready to get yoked, I'm ready to get yoked.
Oh, shit.
So, Life's Adventure found me at the Hollywood Vons just the other day.
Sure, of
I was
course.
walking the aisle, strutting that aisle like Ric Flair.
Sure.
And found this right here. This is called Wired 344.
Whoa.
And 344 stands
Area
for
code?
344 milligrams of caffeine.
No
Jesus.
fucking way.
Boy.
I
All
just
right.
told Rivers before too
May-
that I just stopped drinking caffeine on my
May I?
own time.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a cup of coffee and then I'm like, oh wait, we're gonna drink 334 grams of caffeine.
Yeah.
Right. So
Is that legal? Is there a legal limit on caffeine?
I'm doing drugs for the show.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
But
this
I think
is-
it's like that
pushing
Saved
the
by the
limits.
Bell episode where she's just down in caffeine
Yeah,
pills.
fuck yeah.
let's find the warning.
I'm so excited.
I'm so scared.
That is one of
That's
the
how I
greatest
feel. I'm
things.
so wired.
In each serving, taurine 2,900 milligrams.
Oh, you gotta get the taurine.
Caffeine 344 milligrams, which seems a lot.
As
That's
advertised.
Good
yeah.
Lord.
Inositol, 96 milligrams. Guarana seed extract. Just the basics.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
basics.
So
210 calories though, which is means
that's-
it probably tastes better.
that would probably taste really good. Yeah. So-
Get wired, stay wired, fuel your body.
Kill your
massive
parents.
caffeine,
Climb a
worship the
building.
devil, worship the devil, fuel your body, fuel the hate.
Yeah.
Vote Republican.
Cash in your 401k. You
Rob
won't. You
the
won't.
store.
344 maybe do it.
Yeah. Don't look them in the eyes. Just do it. They're pigs. They're pigs to the slaughter. It's all on the side of this can.
Taxi driver, the energy drink.
Yeah. Consuming too much caffeine can be dangerous, cause sleeplessness, anxiety, irritability, rapid heartbeat. Yeah.
None of
What
that.
is this,
Yeah.
my first day being anxious and anxiety ridden? Yeah, nothing too crazy on the side here.
Yeah, I just got to say
I love it.
that is the most
man.
I've ever seen. 344.
Well,
Is that
I
right?
have
Well-
a sparkling water here that has 30 milligrams of caffeine, and I was like, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
that's
320 something more. I can't do math.
Yeah, so that 30 milligrams, I think, is close to like a soda.
Yes.
I believe the Baja Blast Mountain Dew energy drink is the equivalent. It's in a similar size can, and it is, I believe, 160 mg's, and they say the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee. So
This is like 3 cups of coffee.
This is
Yeah.
what I can't do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pretty
have
much.
all
coffee is
I'm gonna
like
have all
60
some-
maybe, I
Oh,
think.
so this is like 4 cups of coffee.
yeah, pretty much. So we're all about to.
And I'm actually drinking a cup of coffee too.
Yeah, me
we're-
too.
And I got
I'm
some.
gonna punch a hole in a wall.
I'm ready
after
to
this. Yeah.
murder everyone.
We're
Hell
gonna-
yeah.
Via the back of that can. I take my instructions from Wired 344.
Hell yeah. We're about to go to the moon and kick ass.
Modern day.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one.
I like how like that
Open.
part is like it always sounds the same. It's just the can opening.
There's no way to make a can sound different. It's just one.
And they're always the same color of like a
Urine?
like an electric urine.
yeah, like
Yeah,
urine.
yeah.
Like
a
after
sick
you took a
urine.
vitamin.
Like a
Yeah, sickly, cloudy
Yeah,
urine.
yeah.
STD infested urine.
I'm already disappointed. I can smell the fake Red Bull.
Sweet Jesus. It is green like a Slimer's ecto cooler. Fucking green.
You know,
Man.
I had an option. There was a different colored can. I think it was blue, and I went with this one because
Oh, yeah.
I figured it would be not the Red Bull kind, but I think
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
goddamn Red Bull taste.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. the scourge of.
Do you think there are people who like listen to this podcast for the first time and like they drink energy drinks and then what, like play Call of Duty for 5 hours straight?
It
No.
They talk
smells
about weird
like
shit.
if somebody drank a Red Bull and then burped into your face.
It really
exactly
does.
what it sounds
It
like.
smells exactly
Can
like
after
that.
bite.
It's some douchebag at a club talking too close to you.
Like an unshowered man
Yeah.
you burped a Red Bull into your face.
Yeah.
What is
And that's
So-
that, folks. That's how me and Holly.
Yeah.
met.
I was about to say. So, your name's Holly. What do you do?
I'm really
Exactly.
jacked up on energy right now.
Okay.
Yep.
That's thick, like fucking.
Ah.
cough
It's
syrup.
honestly not as bad as I expected.
It's not dissimilar
It's tart.
from.
It's not. Yeah, I don't. It's not like overly sweet, but it's like tart in kind of a concerning way.
It's not. It's the exact same goddamn drink as Caballo Negro that we had last week, the Mexican
Yeah.
one. It
The
tastes
palate is
exactly
more
the same.
refined for
Fuck,
these.
I mean,
than
your
me.
pronunciation made me pause.
Yeah.
I was like, just a step out of the way, little bit.
I like it.
To learn. It's a learning.
Yeah.
I like it
moment to
better
learn.
than Red Bull, but until you get to the stale sort of aftertaste.
It's got a negative finish. It kind of falls off a cliff.
Did you drink that whole thing, Carter?
Yeah.
yeah, Rivers took it like a shot.
Well, because I knew
This
what
is
it was
not
going to
going
be.
to.
There's
This
no
is
reason
why-
to
see,
savor
'cause
it.
You know how to portion control. I don't know how to do it. Like if someone's just like when I watch someone like drink, like sip a shot, I'm like, you're supposed to just throw that back into your head and then make bad decisions.
And then smash it on the ground and pee on it.
I mean, I could do it like a
Yeah.
shot, but I have to work tomorrow.
Well,
you know?
I just quit caffeine and I allow myself to dabble. So this is
Sure.
like I did coke before the podcast, and now we're just doing it on the mic.
Yeah.
This is L.A. bitch.
Yeah.
Like go hang out
Welcome
with
to
people.
comedy. It's cocaine. You write the jokes once you fucking on cocaine.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
My ranking for this it's exactly what I said last week about the black horse, the Caballo Negro.
Yeah, good
that
work.
that one not great. This one also fake Red Bull taste, big boo.
yeah,
from
a very
me.
fake Red Bull.
Pretty.
I feel like it's got like an extra spoonful of like whatever meth they put in this. That's why it's like a little
Yeah.
tart.
I don't
Trucker
think
speed.
anybody is like. I just love the flavor. Like I
No,
think they're
yeah.
like.
Well, that's
My parole officer just can't, just won't allow me to do anything
He thinks
else.
it's coke. He thinks it's RC.
They're like, I get drug tested every week, so I've got to drink the Wired.
This pairs well with Funyuns.
Yeah, it, honestly, the
Yeah.
slight onion stale
It's got
flavor.
a-
It does have some onion in
would,
there.
It would pair well, I think.
It's
with
a
the
good
Funyun.
I think if you were on like a long road trip and you're like, "Fuck, I need to wake up." If you saw that, you'd be like, "Yeah, this will do." it.
this'll
Drive
do
your car,
that.
You're like, I don't know. I was supposed to stop 17
Yeah, I
hours
might be
ago.
immune to Red Bull, but this shit.
I think because it's called like Wired a series of random numbers.
Yeah, I like that.
Like that makes it's probably the worst because like the ones that are like get ready to fucking die are generally pretty mild. They're just going
Yeah.
for advertising. This one like doesn't need to advertise. It's like people will talk about
Yeah,
this.
we were
Yeah,
down.
People will talk about the experience they had on this, and yeah.
It's the assault on precinct 13.
I feel awake already. I feel my heart in,
Oh, yeah.
in ways I did not
Palpitations.
previously.
If
Yeah.
look at my brow, everybody.
It's
I mean,
raised.
His hair
sweat-
just
Listen,
completely
yeah.
stood
Sweaty,
up on
it's
its end.
going.
It's
Listening.
Grimly.
sweating already. It's disgusting. I love it. Love the summer.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna sweat this out real fast.
Yeah, I want to go
I just
around.
down my cup of coffee too. What's wrong with me?
You got a problem, bro?
This is dedication to
He's
the
like,
listener.
I need more than 344, please.
Carter is coming at this podcast like a fucking freight train, y'all.
It doesn't like make me funnier though. It just makes me like more irritable.
Shut the fuck up, please.
What's everybody's? Let's talk summer jams.
Okay.
Holly is of course rocking a Spice Girls shirt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they had
Yes, she is.
several good summer jams.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I wore this shirt once when I was FaceTiming with my sister,
this is
who
great.
still lives in Mississippi, and she goes, "Are you wearing a Spice Girl shirt?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Because you live in LA now." I said,
Renowned LA band
Yeah.
I
Spice
said,
Girls.
"What do you mean?" And she goes, "Well, it's just like anything goes out in LA. You know, you can wear whatever you want."
Anything goes. Like
it's
a
like you.
Spice Girls
It's like
t-shirt.
you appeared on camera
I was
topless.
like, "I've owned this shirt for
Yeah.
years." She was like, "Yeah, but like nobody cares when you wear it out there."
It like cuts back to her and she's like wearing like a full ball gown
Yeah.
while like talking on the phone.
Weird.
She's wearing
the most famous girl group of all time. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
come on, that's fucking iconic. Get with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hell yeah. What's like a y'all summer jam? Because I've got two candidates. One of them that was introduced by our own Seth Pomeroy that we're going to talk about in a moment.
Oh, God.
That I want
Okay.
to be everyone's summer jam.
I agree.
yeah.
Okay, I know that one.
I will say, okay, so Spotify. Well, this actually plays into the thing you're talking about. Is that so? At Spotify, my tastes are gotten so refined that they just give me really cool, obscure world music, really obscure rap music, and then like I don't know, some like classic 60s, 70s instrumental
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I make these playlists every month on my Spotify. So I have like actual songs I can.
Oh, nice.
This
Hell yeah.
Denzel Curry guy, who I know nothing about, has
He
a song
rules.
called "Walking." That's from his new record. That's
Dude,
so fucking.
He's
good.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that song. Listen to it a whole
that
bunch
one.
while I'm driving around the 3 streets I know in Los Angeles.
Dude, him and Vince Staples, dude. Those are the two guys there. And
Yeah, and he's on a song
God,
I
they
found
rule.
that I really like too. But anyway, so that's one song. If you like rap music, it's really good
Yeah.
hip hop. That's modern, but is like it's still got some throwbacks, like some '90s vibes, but got its own thing going on.
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
cool.
What you got, Holly? What's your you? I think you and me are probably simpatico because when this time of year starts approaching, because we're leading into birthday month here.
That's true.
Your brain, you're like, I can feel it coming. I feel like presents and cake on the horizon. How am I going to get happy? How
Yeah,
am I
my
going to
summer
get in the
jam is the
headspace?
birthday song.
Fuck yeah.
That's right. By Shawnee Eagle.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
That's a whole
Okay,
nother
that's a
thing that we should
different-
share with you.
Okay, that
Can we
is.
share that now?
Why
sure.
not?
It's called Birthday Song, but
And then the chorus just goes.
well, let's not run it.
Okay.
I would say
Sorry,
this: we
okay.
were driving, and it was it my birthday? I think it was.
No, it was nobody's birthday.
Are you sure? I feel like it was.
it's always someone's birthday
It
when
doesn't
that
matter.
song's playing.
So we
You're
pulled
right.
off
You know
the
what I mean?
highway. We pull off the highway, and there's a sign, like a sign on the side of the road
Like a
that's like
piece of
on
paper.
Spotify now. The birthday song by Shawnee Eagle. And we're like, what?
And
So, like, we looked it up.
I look it up immediately.
rules.
And it's,
all right.
it's been the summer jam for us.
Let's
It's really great.
let's give it a.
Oh, yeah.
Celebration, celebration. It's a national holiday, a federal holiday, a
World holiday.
A world holiday.
It's my birthday.
Baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Boy, Shawnee Eagle.
That should have been Carter.
I am trying.
It's a birthday night. It's a birthday night. It's a birthday. Oh, I got my money right, of course.
Birthday tonight.
And then he gets sad about how he can't really spend his money or something.
What?
It gets really sad.
I can't.
He's got several hits.
No, he has a
but-
song called "Rich and Lonely" or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get the money right.
this is just Dirty Pop by NSYNC.
And it, yeah, this,
Look,
Dirty,
you want to
dirty,
talk
this is
about
a
Dirty Pop?
Zeropa. Zeropa by U2.
I just sang Dirty Pop word for word to
The
Seth the
music,
other
all
day.
you've got. This must be. Yeah, it's
True.
yeah.
Oh, here you go. This is the best.
So lit, it don't tick. Girl, check out my outfit, my diamonds, they so lit. My Rolex is so
Dude, there's a lot.
Wait, no, the part, my favorite
Wait, is
part
the
of the
Seth part?
song.
I'm popping bottles like big meats. Let's toast it up. I got a speech on my players.
This is so
There's a part
1983.
where he just goes, if you a Virgo, if you a Cancer,
Shorty get up.
lit.
So the shorty get lit. Yeah.
Shorty get lit.
I love a. I love
There's a
a.
lot going on production wise for him to just kind of like be kicked back in a
Oh,
chair.
this is it. Wait, listen to it.
You a Scorpio,
Shorty get lit.
so you
Whoa, dude.
This man.
Cancer. All right.
I got cancer.
I got to appreciate a guy
Sorry.
who's trying to hit all 4 quadrants, with a song. It's like, I'm going to cover every base.
It's honestly
His
the
whole
best thing we've
catalog is
ever
amazing.
found on the side of the road in
Yeah,
Nashville.
yeah. Besides that crack we smoked that one time.
Where was this? Like out in.
It
Isn't
was-
off Trinity?
Off of Trinity Lane
Oh,
in
shit.
Nashville,
Dickerson Pike,
Tennessee.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, good, like grassroots shit. He's like, and it was my birthday, I think, and we were
I
like, now
do
we have a
think
theme
it was
song.
around your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
and then-
even.
yeah.
Maybe it was your birthday. I don't
But they
know.
had to take it off
Yeah.
Spotify, dude, because it fucking
Blew up.
it
Too many-
changed. It changed the people, man. It caused a conversation.
Well,
People weren't
No,
ready.
he took it.
But
it
now
was,
there's
he was
money
part of that
involved.
Joe
Now there's
Rogan
money involved, Andy.
protest where he was like, "I'm
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
my shit off
Shawnee Eagle's
Spotify.
super
I
against-
can't."
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, but
Wow.
actually, what pop jams do you listen to, Holly Perkins? You love this bullshit.
I mean, I love it. I love whatever they sell me as the summer song. Like,
Okay. That
is
last year
true.
it was WAP.
That's a good way to be. I
That's
think.
fine. I liked the Despacito summer. I liked Summer 16 from Drake. Like I love whatever.
Okay.
they tell
It's a
me
good way to
love,
enjoy like
Yeah.
summer
honestly.
tentpole
Like,
movies too, where it's like I'm not going into this
Yeah,
with too
Totally.
much.
I know what
just-
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my highbrow stuff I like, but
Sure.
I'm gonna get a little
No, that's a
lowbrow
lie.
in the
It's a
summer.
lie.
Sure.
It's a
Okay.
podcast.
Sure.
It's a lie.
Gotcha.
I'm just joking.
Oh man.
What about you, Carter? What
Summer jams?
Yeah. What's your like
Christ, man.
number one summer jam?
Let's see.
This season you hate.
It's gonna be.
It's got to be "If
Kid
This Is
Rock's
It"
all
by
summer
Huey
long.
Lewis in the News. Because that's like I feel like that song would play in my head right before I pass out from a heat stroke. Like, if this is it, please
true.
God, let me know.
You gotta think about heat stroke jam.
That or like I don't know, like Fuck with Dre Day. That's a pretty good summer
Ooh,
jam.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Summertime
Absolutely.
by the very controversial character Will Smith.
Oh, yeah, William
yeah.
Smith.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
one.
He's so controversial because he got angry once.
That's right.
Psychopath. By that metric, my father should have been in jail about 300,000 times.
Well, that's true.
Just joking, Pops. I
Just
love
kidding.
He's like listening to it. He's like, what the hell?
you. Yeah, it's my birthday tonight. You made me. It's my birthday tonight. I'm your son. Birthday tonight.
This is it. Do I please let me know?
Oh, I thought he was playing it.
Yeah, that was Mal, Carter.
Huh? Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
your boy Sean Eagle.
It's a bunch of
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's it. That's one word.
What's
I wanted to shout out because last week we were talking about Danny DeVito, and we mentioned It's Always Sunny, and I was looking up the who does the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia theme, and it's done by a group called the Orchestra Heinz Kiesling, and so if you look them up on Spotify and just check out the albums that they're featured on,
whoa?
they're on a bunch of records on Spotify, and they're all like compilations
Yeah.
of just instrumental stuff. And as I've said before, like if I'm trying to put together this show, I can't really listen to shit with lyrics, or at least not lyrics in English, because I get too
Totally.
distracted.
Right.
This shit is perfect. They have so many good records here on Spotify. They're called, let's see, Love Struck, That's Showbiz, Bachelor Pad,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Gran Turismo,
I like to hear Bachelor Pad.
Dinner for Two. Oh, you want to hear Bachelor Pad?
Oh,
Little
this sounds
samba,
like
perhaps?
this is
Actually-
like a travel through his life. He went from bachelor pad to dinner for two.
Yeah, yeah. Bachelor Pad. Okay, and
This son
then
of a bitch has made like
Six-year-old child.
37 records.
there's Cafe Romantique,
Oh.
Swingin' 60s, High Society, Crime Time, and then my absolute favorite, and the one I'm about to play for you here, this is Dirty Weekend.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And it is just the most relaxing fucking mid-century modern ass music.
Dirty Weekend, baby. This is the kind of dirty weekends me and Sinatra used to have.
It sounds like a
Three
fucking
prostitutes.
a hotel in the mid-60s in Vegas, man.
Yeah, but there's a guy in the middle of a bed just like shooting heroin into his arm. And
Yes,
he's
yeah. You
This is
can.
the David Lynch. Like,
Boy, it's really nice. Yeah.
you know,
Catchy.
all things need a title, I guess. And he's like, "How's about Dirty Weekend?"
Dirty Weekend.
What are the
Same
song
song that I've
titles?
made a million times.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That- well,
The
that-
song title sex.
that-
This time we're gonna put
Well,
the horns over there.
Yeah. Well, that song's called Mile High Guy.
Oh, it's my plane fucking.
Oh, I can see
Now
that.
I see it.
Yeah.
This one's called Easy to Get.
You're a
Ooh,
floozy,
Oh, this is
and
like
we know
I'm
it.
looking at a slut.
Easy to get, you little floozy.
And then
You're easy to get. And he was like, I'll take the lyrics off. And maybe it's see what it is.
I want to like cosplay as an old lady and just seduce the shit out of you to this song.
this
Easy
yeah
to
this
get.
this does sound like some sort of dystopian movie where they're like just trying to keep the populace soothed, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to look at the side of this can to know to never drink this shit ever again.
He's freaking out.
344. Okay, Jesus
You read
Christ.
the entire thing before you drank it,
Yeah.
Carter.
I mean, this is fucking.
I'm trying to soothe Carter down with this.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Dude,
maybe
give me a belt to like put it on in my mouth.
Listen to Dirty Weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
Up
Yeah.
on Wired.
Well,
And it seems even more fucked up to listen to this like calm,
It
relaxing
is.
like music.
well, maybe Easy to Get isn't your thing. Maybe you would enjoy Snuggle Pussy, A Life of Pleasure.
Oh, nice. You wrote a screenplay that goes with this one.
Yeah, yeah.
He wrote a song about me?
I bet it's like as he was writing this, he's like, because you know, I like Thunder Pussy, like James Bond, because you can say it, it doesn't have to mean, you know what I mean.
These are the song titles.
It's about a song titles. It's about a cat.
A life of pleasure.
Yeah, A Life of
Snuggle
Pleasure.
Pussy don't get no break. It's a whole damn life of pleasure.
It does sound nice though.
Oh, this whole
Pleasant.
all
It
their
is
all
a-
their shit
it
is
pleasant in the
fantastic.
ears.
Yeah.
I want to rob a bank to this.
Oh no, they have one called Crime Time.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
Crime time.
Crime
Let's do
Time's-
it. Oh, let's
Okay.
require to rob a bank.
I'm telling you,
Live on
dude.
the
I like
podcast.
that. Yeah, getting a little.
The first podcast in a live bank
Like this is
robbery.
like that. This is like the soundtrack to a guy who murders his whole family.
Crime time.
Crack
And he
time.
just run around his house, jumping out behind corners. Everyone's already
The
dead.
homicide detective is on the case.
still
It's a
doing it.
tragedy.
Is this? Do they use these songs in the soundtrack of Always Sunny?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like throughout
Yeah.
the show.
Yes, yeah,
that
they-
makes sense.
There's several
Yeah.
several that they use.
Cheap. I have to get a time on your soundtrack.
Well,
for sure.
the last one I wanted
That's why it's a
to
no-brainer for them to keep renewing it. It's like that show costs nothing to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people love it, so why not give it a million season?
Yeah.
the last one I wanted to feature is called Baby Boom Boutique.
Of course.
Oh yeah, it does
So,
sound like
Baby
a
Boom
nice
Boutique.
shopping experience.
We're here to
for
buy
a
things for our
baby.
new baby.
So this, I believe, is in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm
Baby
pretty
Boom
sure.
Boutique. It's like
Oh.
it's like some guy putting on a "Make America Great Again" hat or something. Baby Boom Boutique.
That's right. He's strapping dynamite to his chest.
Yeah, he's got a shopping cart and he like walks past a thing that says "Get vaccinated today."
He spits on the sign.
So
Great.
Pleasant.
This is
Anyway.
inspiring. I can get why you'd write a lot of TV episodes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
This-
that's my personal recommendation for the summer.
That's
If you just
great.
need something
That's a
relaxing,
good summer jam.
It
If
is
you
very
need something relaxing, stay the fuck away from Wired 344. Whatever you do.
Relaxing.
yeah, that's
If you
orchestra.
don't want to live in a waking nightmare, don't drink Wired 344.
See, I barely dented mine. That's like,
Yeah,
I
good
was
call.
like, Carter's fucked. As soon as you drink it all, it's like, oh no.
But yeah, that's orchestra Heinz Kiesling or Kissling, and
Love it.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That
So
rules.
that's my
You're
rec.
kind of like the Shawnee Eagle of orchestral music.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, what I wanted to bring up was there's two hot new summer jams that I've been made aware of. One of them
cool.
made aware of by none other than Mr. Seth Pomeroy that I want to get to.
Oh,
But
yes.
this is a really cool jam that comes straight from the news. This is from Vice.com. A spider monkey was among the victims
Yes,
killed during a shootout in the state of Mexico between alleged members of criminal group La Familia and state police. Graphic photos of the dead monkey wearing
Great sentence.
wearing a green camouflage
Little
hoodie.
jacket, yeah.
He had. This is the dopest dude. I am gonna show you
yeah,
a
I've
picture
seen
of a dead monkey, but I promise you he's cute. He's wearing a camouflage hoodie and a little tactical vest. He has a little tiny
Yeah,
bulletproof
like they prepared
vest.
for him to maybe get shot.
Well, he
but
believed in the
he
cause,
still
man. Look, he was
died.
ready to go down for it.
Yeah, that's right. The monkey's corpse was found alongside those of 10 people also killed in the raid. In a photo from the scene, the monkey appears to be hugging the chest of a dead man, presumably his owner. Listen, this is sad, but it's going to end with a fucking banger of a song. And
well, this I don't know if I'm going to be
love
hearing
that.
this banger of a song when I'm trying to go to bed, but I will definitely see this image peeled on the back of my eyelids. Yeah,
Yeah, you're like, it is kind of sad that like even people that are, criminals and a gang war are loved by their
They need
pets,
companionship.
Yeah.
If you down as fuck with the cause,
yeah.
you can be my friend.
so that picture appeared on Twitter, and a couple days later, somebody composed a narco corrido. Do you guys know what a narco
Killing
corrido
it.
is?
I don't. Is that narcotics?
Yeah. So
cheeseburger.
so a corrido is a ballad that's done in traditional Mexican music, and back in the day, in the early 1900s, they would compose ballads about the Mexican Revolution. There were songs, obviously, about Zapata and all of these sort of heroes of the Mexican Revolution. And then a few years later, they started composing narco corridos, which are specifically ballads about people who traffic in drugs. And
Hell
it's
yeah.
a genre.
It's like Tarantino or something.
Yeah, well,
Music.
it's very much in
Netflix
the
Narcos.
Yeah,
I love that that's your go-to. For
They
the drug
actually-
game is Tarantino.
well, they actually made a narco corrido for Breaking Bad. There's an episode of Breaking Bad
Oh,
that
there is. I
starts
know exactly what you're
with
talking
this
about.
band singing a song in Spanish about Walter White and Jesse.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is-
yeah,
that is
yeah,
a
yeah.
narco corrido.
Oh,
and,
that's awesome,
But
too.
this shit happens in real life. So anytime some major like incident goes down with the
Whoa.
cartel,
Yeah.
these folk singers write murder ballads and these epic story
is awesome.
songs and stuff
Wow.
like that. And so a couple days later, somebody composed one of these narco corridos about the monkey.
Oh yeah.
hey, this is
Have you
awesome.
seen the memorial photo of the monkey?
Yes, we're gonna put it up on our Twitter. It's right here.
good.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm seeing it right now. There's a lot of
Yeah,
emojis involved.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh, it's just a memorial. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Look at his little tactical vest.
Surrounded by his favorite emojis.
It's
He's
so
got his
hard.
favorite emojis.
Those were his favorite emojis. He would always pick them out. You know, you look at someone's phone, you're like, oh, you use the eggplant a lot. You're like, hey, give my phone back. Same thing.
Let's take a little. We'll take a little listen here.
Oh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What happened to our culture, America? It's
I know, America.
Dude,
Dude, step it up. They're
This is
writing
beautiful.
badass songs about monkeys. This is
love
my
it.
fucking summer jam.
Already love it.
Fuck yeah. And there's pictures of the monkey in the video.
What's the lyrics saying? Do you know?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I was
So,
gonna say, I don't know.
yeah.
I knew what the lyrics were saying.
We've already shown how much I know.
Yeah.
It's
Spanish.
about
Let me
the
just-
heart.
Yeah,
guys.
I can translate.
So here's some.
I'm
of-
just kind of relieved we don't have to look at a dead monkey. I was like, I don't
Oh,
want
you have to. As soon as we're done with the podcast, I'm showing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you stare at it for 20 minutes in the closet.
So some of the lyrics are. There are witnesses involved of how they executed him.
Wow.
The changuito, which is little monkey, the monkey was not mean, but he was not timid either.
No, he was the soldier, baby. He was down.
Little monkey, it was not your turn to die. Someone stole your story because
That's
you
true.
came here to win and to shine in many things.
Brilliant.
Yeah, these are these are the words.
That's nice.
Yeah,
You were not just confused when they put bulletproof vests on you, and you were.
They wrote a he deserved
Hi,
it song.
can I
They're
get a
like,
bulletproof vest? Please?
Yeah, you understood the nature of the conflict. You were not just subjected to animal abuse.
you were down with the cause.
You were down for something. You understood what was being spoken about.
The
Monkey. You understood language.
the final line is, "He is on his way to heaven, but he left a legacy." That's right. So
And it's a song.
Yeah, it's kind of
Enjoy.
like when Despacito was the song of the summer.
yeah.
I don't have to know all the words.
It's good.
to
It does
feel
sound like a guy
you know?
recorded in his bedroom on YouTube, though. But
Yes, it does. Yeah. It sounds like we're phoning him in right now.
this is Rivers' roommate.
Yeah, he's
behind-
here.
He's in the bathroom.
The guy singing the song is here.
Who's that guy?
Yeah. The
Lovely.
It's good
oh
shit.
yeah. So
Reminds me
there's
of Daniel Johnston.
Yeah.
Speedy motorcycle. not that different.
yeah.
So we do have some culture,
That was
America. Good
great,
work. We
yeah.
made Daniel Johnston. He almost killed his dad, and he's scary, but he didn't get music.
I did get kind of interested in the narco corrido thing, and I was like, who's the biggest star?
Oh yeah.
Well, then Nick
Of,
Cave had that Murder Ballads album. That didn't have anything to do with
Well,
it.
no, but that's the same. It's from the
Stealing
same
culture.
tradition,
Same
right?
idea, okay.
Yeah, because at the same time corridos are going on down south is the exact same time that murder ballads are becoming popular, early 1910s, 1920s down south, and so something like Marty Robbins, gunfighter ballads and trail songs, like
For
that
sure.
whole record is this sort of
Yeah.
thing. Just happens to be in Espanol.
Johnny Cash had an
Think
album
I'm
like this
psycho,
too.
don't you?
Oh yeah, Folsom Prison Blues. That's like a murder ballad. I
For
shot a
sure.
man in Reno just to watch him die. Like that's very much in the
That
same tradition.
psychobilly
Yes.
type. We love a song that's it just goes. You think I'm psycho, don't you, mama? And it's all about killing multiple
I'm
people.
like weird. I'm just gonna send you Rivers like 24 songs because they're like
It's one of our favorite
Holly
songs.
looks at me and she's like psycho, and I'm like, we can't make the whole pie. But
No.
I've
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
gotta
you'll hear it at some
You've
point.
got to hear.
Oh,
this fucking song.
there's one of my favorite box sets is called "People Take Warning: Murder Ballads and Disaster Songs, 1915 to 1922."
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all
Whoa.
exactly as advertised. Disc 1 is Man versus Nature. Disc 2 is Man versus Machine, and Disc 3 is Man versus Man.
What is there
Wow.
left to talk about? That's it, folks.
Yeah, so the
Great
first
journey of
the
American
first
life.
CD is all about floods and earthquakes
life.
and tornadoes. Second CD is all about train wrecks, and third CD is
Oh my
all
God.
murder ballads and shit.
That sounds awesome.
And there's a little booklet that, of course, Tom Waits wrote the foreword to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These are one of the things he can do for money.
He
on the
word it
side.
before he even listened to any
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the music.
Skeleton
yeah, yeah.
bones clanking around.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack Skeleton.
There's a
ass.
bunch of great murder ballads. Kelly Clarkson, she did a bunch.
Yeah. Since you've been gone,
you've been
it's
gone,
actually-
murder
Tom
ballads.
Jones. Tom
Yeah.
Jones.
Tom Jones, he did
He
one.
did a lot of murder ballads.
He sure did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I got curious about the biggest star of the corrido genre, and I came across this is from Wikipedia about a guy named Chilano Sanchez who passed away in 1992, and by passed away I mean was absolutely murdered by the
In a
cartel.
hail of gunfire. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
I
they-
know.
he
I
wrote
was
too many
kind of like,
fucking
should
songs.
we be talking?
Yeah,
about
they
wrote one
this
too many.
They
publicly?
they found him in a ditch with his hands tied behind his back and 2 bullets in his head. But
So maybe it was like a heart disease or something like that. or-
impossible.
So when you say you die for the art, you better fucking mean it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This guy is absolutely the most committed dude
Irony.
ever. But I wanted to, because, basically 4 months before he actually died, he was involved in this. So this is from his Wikipedia. On January 25th, 1992, Sanchez was singing at the Plaza Los Arcos restaurant in Coachella, California.
Oh.
So he lived in California.
Yeah, oh yeah. During his performance, a man named Eduardo
So
Gallegos.
speaking of the cartel in California, this guy got murdered with his hands tied behind his back. Maybe we should talk about something else.
Look,
I think
back
that
to the monkey.
I think the Tupac
love the
hologram
monkey.
probably did it. He did it.
Eduardo Gallegos, 34-year-old unemployed mechanic of Thermal, California, while under the influence, jumped up on stage and began firing a .25 caliber pistol at Chilano. Chilano then pulled out a 10mm pistol from his waistband
Badass.
and began a running gun battle,
You come
chasing
correct.
him around the venue. 400 people were in attendance, and 9 to 15 people were reportedly hit in the exchange.
Holy shit.
Among them was Chilano and the group accordionist, whose name was Nacho Hernandez. So,
Man, Nacho.
feel bad
They
for
fucking
Nacho.
with you, Nacho.
yeah, and Nacho was cool, dude. Like, you're the
name's
accordion
Nacho.
player. Your name is
accordion
Nacho.
I didn't
player in a
ask for all
murder
this.
band.
Nacho didn't. Do
I didn't go
anything.
to accordion school for 7 years to get gunned down in a
Yeah, I would have sat down
gunfire.
and played a piano like a normal person.
Yeah.
A bystander wrestled and killed the gunman,
Wow.
and Chilano was shot twice in the chest. But he survived that, and then 4 months later, they found him in a ditch in Sinaloa,
They were
in
coming
Mexico.
for
Like,
his
no,
ass.
we'll get you. We'll get you.
Yeah.
Like, we already tried to shoot you in public in front of your adoring
Yeah.
fans. We'll do it in private too.
So anyway, all of that is to say, mad respect to the corrido musicians, and particularly the monkey song. I think that's
Yeah.
my.
It was honestly like a really nice tribute.
It was
yeah,
nice
yeah,
to learn all
very,
this. What a happy
very
summer
nice.
of death and drugs and
Yeah,
and
well,
ballads.
and of course that brings us to the song that Mr. Seth Pomeroy introduced me to about a few weeks ago. And here's the thing: Seth and I have we've known each other now for a few years.
Yeah.
We've shared some meals when you still lived in Nashville, and then shared a lot of good times on this here podcast.
Shared a
But
cell together. in
yeah,
prison,
exactly. But here's the thing, you really can't say you know somebody until you've sat in a minivan listening to a 9-minute rap song and absolutely coming fucking unglued.
Absolutely.
And Seth gave
was a
me
great moment in
gave
Los
me
Angeles.
that gift. I felt like we and Holly was there as well, as
yeah.
was Carter. And I feel
After
like
eating
we,
at a place called Uncool.
that's right. We ate at
Yeah.
a place called Uncool Bar, and then just absolutely lost our fucking minds listening to
Windows down, security guard asking what the fuck.
yeah,
totally.
in the van, in the tour
That
van.
was like a beautiful.
he-
I live in LA now.
He had he was like, I gotta tell them about it, and I was like, no. You have to wait till we're together and you can play it for
because
them.
it's 9
Because
fucking
you have
minutes
to
in.
see the reaction of hearing it for the first time.
And most things that are 9 minutes, like a Pink Floyd song, we have a little intro. You got a little keyboard freak out in the middle. No. This is 9 minutes of a guy rapping
Non-stop.
endlessly with no meter,
No
no chorus.
repetition.
And I'll just tell you right now that the song is called "American Terrorist" with how many T's?
Okay, so terrorist is spelled the regular way, but there's an extra T on either end. So TTERROISTTT.
And it's from a record called "Crack Therapy 3."
3.
So
yeah. So the
the
music.
end of the trilogy.
Yeah,
So
well, it's not the end. This man, RXK Nephew, is the name of the artist.
yes,
And RXK Nephew, I was reading a thing about him on, I think it was Pop Matters, where they had interviewed him on January 22nd of this year, and by January 22nd, he had already released 27 songs.
and
Wow.
if they're all like this, I mean, who the fuck is listening to this many songs like this? Like, this song's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it actually is kind of great, but like Stairway to
Yeah.
Heaven,
Yeah,
great.
but quality over quantity is a thing where it's like maybe write a hook.
Is that the way it works in content land, though? People are just like, I made 700 songs yesterday. I'm the most accomplished composer in America. And like Guinness Book of World Records is
It's
like,
like you
yeah,
should
I
switch
guess.
to decaf and calm down and think about it for
I
a
want
minute.
you on
yeah.
that wired 334 334?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
on 334? Is that what it
Shit
is?
together.
I wrote 344 songs yesterday.
Yeah, the by the way, if you just Google American Terrorist lyrics, it is like it's like Desolation Row. Like it is the
It
longest
is.
fucking
the
song.
longest
It's-
song.
yes.
The lyrics never stop.
It's American
Covers a
Pie.
wide range of subjects that he's very angry about.
Yeah,
It
like,
could just be called And Another Thing.
Yeah, you're right.
It
That is the method.
absolutely called
Yeah.
and another thing. So let's give these
Yeah,
folks
I mean,
a little taste.
I would
because-
say, yeah, just let it play for
You're
a
gonna want
minute.
more
After
if
about a
you hear
minute
his
and a
taste.
half,
I-
you want to maybe
just
talk.
pause this podcast, go listen
Yeah.
to the full
I-
thing, and
yeah.
come right back.
I will. I know we're gonna give them a little sample, but I have to
Yeah.
warn. This is a listener warning.
There's a lot of triggers in this shit.
y'all motherfuckers ain't ready.
You ain't ready for crack
They
therapy.
say Jesus was a nephew.
Yes.
They say his mom was a virgin. So when he was born, they told him he was sent from God. So he started going to village, helping the people, and they killed his ass. That's crazy.
Okay, all right. So we're already.
it's a very biblical song.
we can't.
Let's take it beat for beat.
We can't possibly analyze this entire thing, but we
Wow.
can absolutely
Wow.
just analyze what just happened there. Which
He was
is
a nephew.
He explained the plot of the New Testament and then was like, "That's crazy."
And he will continue to question
Yes.
everything about religion.
yes,
He's very flabbergasted
While
by life.
also
Yes.
explaining how women need to know their place.
Well,
Oh,
there's-
well,
gets there.
and
9 minutes.
and he doesn't eat their food.
That's right.
No.
Which I think is my favorite lyric, where he's talking about Eve. He's talking about Eve feeding Adam the apple, and he's I believe the exact line is, and I'm quoting here. That's why I don't eat bitch food.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why, because of Eve.
I won't. He will not have a female chef
no.
because of
Yeah.
the original sin.
Stepdad sandwiches.
Yeah, that's right.
he only eats.
How I heard this too is like Spotify, it's just on a list of like Discover Weekly. So I'm listening to random shit, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. And I heard it in the background, and then I was like, wait, is this song still happening? And then I turned it up and started listening to it, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So keep
Yeah.
that in mind as you listen.
Yeah.
to
All right. Let's hear a little bit more.
That's crazy, man. Good. They killed Jesus for helping the people. That's why I ain't got patience with people. In the Bible, God dealing with Eve. They said God did a deal with the devil. That's the reason
Oh,
Job
this is
had
pretty
souls
fun.
on his feet.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
reason Job lost his house. That's the reason Job lost his kids. I'm
Here we
reading
go.
the Bible like, what is this? Adam made Eve off of one rib. They made the world in 7 days. So Adam and Eve had 1,000 kids. Cain and Abel, they fell out beefing. Me and
where
my
it gets
brother, we fell out beefing. They said cocaine, that was on the tree. What if Adam would have never fucked Eve? Why Eve made that nigga eat that? That's why
I asked the same
Eve is
question of
cool
my
now.
parents.
And another thing.
They said God gave him 100 cows, like 200 horses or something. How the fuck is that worth my kid? Let me get this right. This is
Questioning
because
the
of
dowry
Eve,
system.
I fuck with Adam, but I beat the shit out of Eve.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And
there
that's
we-
where you're like, crack therapy 3,
Look,
folks.
American Terrorist is very pro beating women, but as the token woman here,
yes. Yes.
art is complicated. You know,
It is very
So's the Bible.
complicated.
it's
I mean, he is really just exposing what's happening in the book itself. You
yeah,
know.
and he's got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Why the shit? Why?
I mean,
Why?
I read the Bible less as a religious text and more of an exchange rate of women to cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Sure.
what it's. Yeah, that's what it's for.
And I mean, women are the source of all evil. We learned it
Yes,
from the Bible.
this is what they tell us. Yeah,
You
so-
just keep waiting
That's
for
why
like
I'm
the
dirty.
the
hook or
hook though. And
There-
like, that's
no.
yeah.
You
Spoiler.
think he's going to
No.
say something
No.
again? Never. He's not going to say it twice.
No
You
hook.
gotta
well, now
listen.
he's about to go completely berserk
Oh,
because
yeah.
all
Yeah.
these lyrics in
Yeah.
this point on are just crazy
Yeah.
complaints.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
complaints.
Just
Yeah.
question.
He doesn't understand Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Why are they around?
Oh, that's right. The
yeah,
Jehovah's
Jehovah's
Witness.
Witnesses,
Yeah.
yes,
Let's
yeah,
hear a little
yeah.
bit more.
Listen,
They live at the forbidden tree. Somebody show me the forbidden tree. I believe God, but I ain't too religious. How the fuck they really got a picture of Jesus? Name one person who was alive with Jesus. How the fuck they telling me I need Jesus? If I need Jesus, then where's Jesus? So if I get shot, I'ma meet Jesus?
Whoa.
I gotta die just to meet Jesus? It's a fucked up world with fucked up people. They made some bullshit story about that. They said the sun went down cause the sins. The sun was never gonna come back. Every 1,000 years, it's a new religion. Unk in the streets,
Here we go,
screaming
get
new
deep.
religion.
Yeah.
That's the God
This is
down
2
so I
minutes
can do
in.
religion. Pray to who? You must be tripping. Bitch, I'm praying to my money rag. They said we living in Revelation. Vaccine got us mutating. So fuck it then, I'ma go take it. If the whole world all Persian, my daughter gonna still have a Lambo. I'ma have 1,800 guns, 30 Audis and 20 Camaros. They said the world was ending 2012. I was selling crack in 2012. Ended. 8 years later, a pandemic. Swine flu, Ebola.
He just listing.
Was different. All of that shit was killing people. I ain't scared of that. Guns kill people. I ain't scared of guns. AIDS kill people. I can die in a car crash. How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm going to heaven? Please tell me when you talk to the dead. Who you met that came from the dead? Show me a picture.
This is the equivalent of like an 11-year-old in class being like, why the fuck a comma got to go after?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
He makes
teaching
like
you.
all the good points that you make at like when, like, did you ever go to vacation Bible school when you were like too old to go to vacation Bible school,
never
and you're like,
would go.
Yeah.
okay, but
Scary.
if everybody came from Adam and Eve, like, how does that work then? Like, it's
Right, right.
it's
On
all the
acid.
questions that you ask your pastor when you're like, I'm getting really into my own free thought.
I want to be like, how the fuck does Adam? I just want to ask it normal.
Like,
to a
so Cain
priest.
and Abel start beefing.
Now, how in the fuck would that happen? How in the fuck exactly?
Let's see.
I was in jail reading books. OG teaching
There you go.
about real estate.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, and this is 3 minutes? Barely.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Jehovah Witness, no Christian.
Here you
Jehovah
go.
Witness people move like a cult. They recruit people at their door. How you gonna force religion on somebody? How you change the Bible and tell it to everybody? My Jehovah Witness don't like Christians. They fighting over Jesus' birthday. How the fuck I know Jesus' birthday? Who the fuck is that white man Santa Claus?
I love when he just gets off the
There
rails
we go.
completely into crazy
yeah.
land, and he knows he's going into crazy land.
Oh, yeah.
9
What's he
minutes
say
of this
about
shit.
Cardi B? He's like, Cardi B
She looks like
talks
she's got a piece of ice in her mouth
Yeah,
or some
something.
shit. It's like a very weird insult.
We will walk around our house and be like,
Why the fuck are we out of cereal?
why the fuck you not do the dishes? How you not going to do the dishes?
How you
That
not going
plate's
to
sitting
taste the
there
toilet
dirty.
paper? How many people
Yeah,
work
we
at Charmin?
Literally all day long,
Are they
we walk
looking?
around our house and we'll talk to our dog in
All day
American
long,
terrorist language. Like, it is.
Oh, God.
American
We're gonna
terrorist
get
language.
like flagged for the amount of times
We are.
that we search American terrorists.
Exactly.
They say there's 77 sextillion stars in the sky.
Whoa.
I had
Oh,
never
yeah,
heard
I
that
heard that
number
number
before
before.
until
Yeah.
they told me that's a lie.
I love that.
I love
Also, the transparency of not knowing shit. He's like, I didn't even know that
And
was a
he
number.
makes really valid points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clever. It's
It's
clever and
not-
smart. It's just so off the rails weird. Like,
It's literally it's like a manifesto
yeah,
put to a beat.
absolutely.
You know, I think the Desolation Row comparison is apt.
It is.
Because it's like, he gets all stream of consciency with it, but he's asking these
Yeah,
questions and
Yeah.
it's not like completely formless.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that beat keeps coming back in occasionally. and
I think Johnny is definitely in the basement mixing up the medicine with this one. For sure.
yeah,
I like
there's
the way
that
he goes,
surreal imagery too.
Yeah.
On second glance, I mean, the first time I listened to it, it was just so funny because it just keeps going on and on and on.
And
and
he's,
on.
why the fuck? Why the
But
shit?
after
Why?
about
Why?
the 10th
Yeah.
listen, you're going
I
to start
agree.
being like, I probably would punch Eve in the face too.
Yeah.
And then it gets kind of,
I feel
it
influenced
reveals
by
its
it, yeah.
artistry.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fucking cool. I mean, this is the thing I'll say is that a lot of young rap
fucking
ends up
cool.
in my Discovery Weekly, and it's like
Yeah.
people I've never heard of. I don't know
Yeah.
what scene they're coming from. I
Sure.
don't know if they're big or not. And you listen to this shit, and it's like, it's cool because this is why, unfortunately, folks, rock and roll is completely fucking dead. It's because there's nothing else to do in the genre. But rap music is slowly becoming genreless in this really cool way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
to me, I think
Or
it's like
proggier and weirder.
yeah, it's exactly. It's the form has been established long enough that we can now start fucking with it. Rock music that we've seen what you can do with a guitar. We've seen it. We figured it out. But I love that it's abstract, but I mean, there's no way, even if you are down with what this guy's saying, someone for 9 minutes going, why the fuck? This is bullshit. It's funny. There's no way around that being
also
funny.
given to the form that rap is like, making declarative and not singing but rapping. So
Sure.
it does sound like someone just railing off complaints for 9 minutes.
Yeah, I never heard of that word. Why do they even make up words?
But you know
Words are
his
weird.
shows, like, I would rather go to one of his shows than like a Drake show.
Oh, my
you know?
God.
Yeah, big time.
There's going to be more interesting things
American
said.
terrorist,
Oh, yeah.
baby. I'll be screaming it.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Just because you know, with 100% certainty, there's no way he remembers all these lyrics.
No
so
fucking
if he
way.
did this song, it
No,
would
that
just
is
be
a-
brand new
I
shit.
think you can
That is
wing it.
one take.
Like
Of
Dylan.
course,
Like
yeah.
Dylan, like seeing Bob Dylan live. He's
That's
like, I don't know the
true.
lyrics, I'll make up new ones.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's
honestly
a genius.
improv. It's the highest
Yeah.
form of improv.
He's some sort of brilliant psychopath.
Well,
I don't want to know him personally, but I like what he's doing.
That's all we want from our rock stars,
Yeah.
man.
I bet the
Yeah.
extra
that's right.
T's are just crosses.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all about religion.
Totally. I like that too, that he was like, it's not straight enough. Let's put 4 extra T's in that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like the idea of like constant high pitched how the fucks. Like he's like walking away. He's like, whatever. Yeah, the fuck. Like, you know, like
Wait a
that.
second. Yeah.
It's just a
it's
guy
also
standing on
punched
a
in.
street corner,
Yeah.
like screaming
Yeah,
things at
absolutely.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
in the audio or the vocal take is punched in, so he went back and because he's cutting himself off.
Right,
So he
right.
had to do it twice.
Oh,
It makes it
he-
even crazier because that means
Yeah.
he was recording an answer line to the to the question line.
Yeah,
which is
he's
crazy.
overdubbed over himself because you
Yeah.
never hear him
Which is
take a
pretty cool.
breath. Yeah,
Yeah.
in between the bars and stuff
for 9
Yeah.
fucking minutes, and it's like,
Yep.
can you imagine being the producer? And you're like, do you want me to give you any advice about how to produce this?
Oh, there's-
track? Or would you
there's-
like to just keep talking for 9
No,
minutes?
he's like, I drink one wired 344. I'm good to go.
If there's a producer, I will eat my hat.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is 100%
Yeah.
bet based on the fact that how many songs did he do last year? Did you say it was like four? It was
So
four-
Yeah, like
me and Rose were
400.
talking today, and I googled it, and he's literally it said 400 songs
It's like
this year.
last year.
Last year it was like
Hold on.
477. I think.
yeah,
you said?
rapper RXK Nephew released about 400 songs in 2021.
Yeah. So there's no producer. No
can't
one works that
be
hard.
songs at that point, maybe, but
I
but
mean-
I don't know if you call those songs anymore.
It's also I mean, there's got to be
Music
some sort of
poems.
there's got to be some quality control issue in there where it's like I'm sure if you sift through the 700 songs you wrote, there's some quality
Totally.
ideas in there, but he's also can't cut himself off, so like there's a million shitty songs,
I mean, they say like
or they're all great. I don't know.
they say
maybe.
like, Tupac used to stay up all night long recording verse after verse because he loved rapping. He was like, I only have this much time. He's living thug life. He's like, I'm in here. I'm doing tons of work right now. It's like this guy is just doing that, I suppose, all day long, every fucking day.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got ideas.
Where is he doing with his
Well,
time? He
it-
must eat and shit.
I mean, it is something. it is something to consider how much different, these like classic artists of every genre that we
That
think
is very
of.
true, yeah, of
what
course.
would it be like if they had access to the ease of home recording?
No kidding.
You can make shit in your bedroom that sounds awesome,
Yeah.
like this podcast.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
instance.
You would be on radio because you'd have no choice.
Yeah,
Back in the
exactly.
day. Yeah, totally.
So, like, imagine if Tupac is spending all that money to be in the studio to record all that stuff. Now, imagine he just had access to all the shit.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
house.
God,
Also, I
absolutely.
mean, there is something to be said about recording and making a million fucking things.
Yeah.
To where it can lead to like, you work out the shit and you get really fucking good after you've made a million things.
Yes, sir.
But it is, you can also laugh at the stuff that's not fully formed.
Oh, it's. I mean, this
It's like
is
Robert
just,
Pollard, God of My Voices. It's like there's so much good stuff, but then it's
you have to
so
sift
much
through a bunch
bullshit.
of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much bullshit.
Bitch, I'm on the run from Area 51.
Yeah.
I stayed in the corner and booted up. Bitch, I forgot where I parked my car. My last bitch be like, who are you?
Yeah, that's right.
Love
Last
it.
bitch be like, who are you? Reflective.
And you know that's true.
And another
I
thing.
want
then he
to
says-
smoke weed with this guy. so
Yeah, I
bad.
do, but I want to make sure I have a ride out of there before
Never
anything insane.
don't follow nephew to a second location. Yeah,
You're like, I'm gonna go back
smoke
home.
weed with him out by the door of the concert he just
Yeah,
played.
oh, yeah.
Totally.
I don't know. It seems like he just keep trying to blow your mind the entire time you're like high with them. And I'm like,
He
let's
just never
let's just relax.
Oh, I would be like, you are blowing my mind. man.
Yeah, totally.
I can't believe this shit.
Yeah,
You're
what's some-
right.
what's some
Let's
highlight-
kill people.
Oh, this one's this is controversial.
kill people.
Cougar bitch want to watch Martin. Bitch, that shit ain't funny. I
TV opinions about 7 minutes.
I
in.
fuck with Hustle Man more than him. Martin always stressing about a bitch. So
Yeah, he is always stressing about a
I
bitch.
guess
though.
so. Yeah, I mean, these are controversial
Martin
things.
is always stressing about a bitch, though.
So anyway,
Bad boys for
that's
life, baby.
that's our summer jam recommendations.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Check out Dirty Weekend, American Terrorist,
Dude.
the monkey song about the cartel monkey.
The monkey song.
Yeah,
The monkeys.
cartel monkey
Monkey.
song. It's all it's
By
all
the
good.
monkeys.
Yeah, yeah, good.
American
yeah.
Terrorist, baby.
Yeah, find a pool, pull out them earbuds, and go nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
just play it from your phone. American
Yeah.
Terrorist.
Yeah,
really
just-
loud.
put it over a speaker system.
Play American Terrorist at a Whole Foods parking lot. That's the correct.
Yeah.
There you
Or
go.
hunker
We did.
down and wait until
what we did.
October.
Who the fuck is Christopher Columbus? If he would've came to my block, talking about he discovered my track, his ass would've probably got shot. How the fuck I'm African American? Bitch, I'm American terrorist. 5th grade smarter than my parents. Grandma couldn't help with algebra. Grandma like, what the fuck is algebra? She like, that's a goddamn shame.
we have a segment that we call Top 3. And shout out to everybody who's written into us. If you don't hear yours today, it'll be coming up. These are submitted to our Twitter @TheGoodsPod by our listeners. These are top 3 lists of any and all categories. Feel free to tweet more at us. We love hearing these. So we'll go through these. First up, @Fuggin' Dean. Shout out to Diener.
Fucking Dean.
Dean.
Top 3 on-screen movie deaths.
Okay.
This is
What's an off-screen
That's
death,
a
I
real
guess?
good one.
Yeah. There's real off-screen.
Hamlet.
There's a lot of off-screen deaths.
Yeah.
Ophelia dies off screen in Hamlet.
Yeah.
You know. There's
Oh, so this is like we got to watch the person like gurgle and
Actually,
die.
yeah, this is
They
just
do
like
it.
most
Oh.
It
fantastic.
can't be like the stepmom and stepmom who just died.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
right.
Well, then I have to make an adjustment to one of them.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I got it.
Yeah, I think I
Okay,
got
yeah.
some, yeah.
But yeah, best on-screen deaths. I've got mine prepared, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you go.
I'm gonna
You go.
count them down. Number 3, it's got to be the guy who gets his throat ripped out in Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Very,
one.
very strong death.
It's like the only thing I remember about that.
Right. Well, it's the only thing you can
Yeah,
remember.
besides the
'cause-
crazy
Yeah.
sex scene.
And the best part is, it is, and we discussed this. You can listen to the episode I did with Tyler Jackson on the Patreon about Roadhouse. It is Chekhov's throat rip. They set it up earlier that
Yeah.
Dalton, Patrick Swayze's character, has this deep dark secret about some shit that went down in Memphis, and then you slowly
That's
figure
hilarious.
out that he like killed a man with his own hands,
Yeah.
and so they're like. He has the ability to rip out a man's throat with his bare hands,
Sure.
but he doesn't do it because he's. if
That
you-
is so
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah, it's
Holly's
really
getting horny.
sexy.
It's
And if you remember,
I'm slipping out my seat.
I do all
right
this
now.
kinda-
It is.
This is how we started going out. And I told her I could rip out a man's throat with my bare hands. And I was like, I swear I've done it.
and if you remember, if you remember his credo, the credo of Dalton, it's not like I've seen this movie 9,000 times. Dalton's credo is he says, "Be nice until it's time to not be nice." And so the time when it's time to not be nice is when the villain, Wesley, burns down the landlord's house and tries to kill him with a guy on a motorcycle. Motorcycle guy jumps off the motorcycle. They karate fight. Everyone's shirtless. It's sweaty. It's hot. And then he fucking grabs the man's head, pulls it back, and rips his fucking
Pretty awesome.
throat out. So, and then he gets
That's
in
a
the,
great one.
he grabs the guy's body, gets in the water, and drags him his floating corpse towards the rich guy's mansion across the lake, and he's just going, "Wesley! Wesley!" like that.
so awesome.
Fucking incredible. Number 2,
That's good.
Sean Connery's death in The Untouchables.
Oh, I haven't seen it in a million years and really want to rewatch it.
I picked that one. The honorable mention is There Will Be Blood, and it kind of came down to those two because when there finally is blood and there will be blood, boy, it's fantastic.
They let you know.
Yeah, it's a bowl.
Yeah.
There's a
What's
bowling
coming?
pin involved, but with Sean Connery, I picked that one because of all the gun deaths.
Yeah.
I think he gets shot the most versus how much stuff he is able to do after he is shot approximately 1,000 times, which is he like
I think I remember this now.
he's able to crawl back into the apartment and still live long enough for
Totally.
Elliot Ness to get there, and then for him to say, "What are you prepared to do?"
Baby, De
and
Palma.
he pulls up the list and he shows him the whole thing. Fantastic.
That's great.
And then number 1. Couldn't be anything else in my mind. It absolutely has to be Hans Gruber going off the tower
Mine
and
too.
motherfucking
That's
Die
awesome.
Hard.
Because that is just, yeah.
Yeah, not only
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that the best death scene in a movie,
Yeah.
it is also, if you want to see real fear in a man's face, because they kind of fucking psyched out Alan Rickman.
100%,
They
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
did the thing
yeah.
that you do where it's like, like you always see when they do the slingshot thing, they'll have the guy sitting in the slingshot with the GoPro and the operators, all right, we're going to go in 1, 2, and then he launches them
Yeah.
on 2.
Yeah.
That's what they did to Rickman when they dropped him down onto the big airbag. They were like, all right, here we go, 1, and then they just hit it on
Yes.
1. So the look of fear in Rickman's face as he starts to drop is real.
Yeah.
That's why it's number 1 for me, too. Because it's like,
so good.
no one's ever gotten the fear of someone dying in their face. But
Yeah.
that's not just
Yeah.
acting. That isn't acting. That's literally him being like, what the fuck?
What
for
the fuck?
long
Yeah,
enough
it's
to
well,
get it.
all
Trauma.
pretense of him being like the leader of this like group and like of him being a bad guy, like
Great
he's
villain,
lost on
too.
his face, and it's like he's just becomes this like vulnerable person who's about to die. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's like which makes it seem very realistic. It's very awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a perfect fucking movie. And
yeah,
that's-
it is. It's the best action movie ever
And his
made. Yeah.
performance raises it, as everyone knows. But that moment is so fucking iconic.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and the best part is that's his first thing.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Alan Rickman?
They saw somebody who was casting saw him doing
Really?
I think Lear
Yeah, 'cause
in
he's a
London.
theater guy.
A theater guy.
And
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, and then they were like, "Who we get for this bad guy?" And he was like, "I saw this guy doing Lear in London," and then they just his only shit before that was like BBC movies.
Wow. Man.
That was his first American thing, and it's like no one's ever that is like Hall of Fame
Totally.
first up to bat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. All right, what you got, Carter?
First one is it's Roy Batty dying in Blade Runner. The
Oh, of course.
Tears in the Rain part.
Oh yeah, Tears
where
in the Rain.
It's not gratuitous. He just kind of hunches over and dies, but he does that incredible like improv
speech.
speech.
The speech.
It's so great. I'd say it's the most poetic death scene I've ever seen. Let's see, fucking number 2.
I will say, isn't it interesting that like the ones that really resonate so far are like
Yeah.
people who are improvising or are doing a real thing?
Yeah,
Because death
exactly.
is so overplayed,
Yeah,
like drunk
yeah,
when someone plays
yeah.
drunk. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
sort of,
Well, I
you can
think it's-
overplay it real easy.
Yeah, it's like these decisions of like, all right, enough of the script. Like it's like, we're like the character's leaving, so
Yeah.
I'm like we're gonna either like have the character leave on. Not like
In a
it becomes this
human moment.
uncoordinated, this really human moment. Which is the whole movie's about fucking. I mean, it's about empathy and humanity, but it's about fucking robots, and he has this like huge human moment. So I'd say that's number
Yeah,
3.
it's interesting to think about.
Number 2 is the fucking alien bursting out of John Hurt's
Sure.
fucking stomach in Aliens.
Yes, great.
Sure. Yeah, that's
I
good.
mean, it's iconic and fucking it's,
And he's definitely dead.
he's definitely dead, and it's like he has like this kind of like whiny face on. He's like, oh no, and like you think about the thing in Spaceballs and shit, but it, like his like and like the little like death knell twitch of his like fucking hand is
Yes.
so like visceral and
Ooh,
graphic,
man.
and it's just iconic. And like that's when everyone thinks about that movie, they
Yeah.
think about that part, of
course.
Yeah.
And tie for when the guy gets stabbed in Saving Private Ryan, where he's like, shh, 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 shh.
Oh God,
That
yeah,
part
that's
is so fucked up and like
God.
nightmare inducing.
Yes.
And like I remember watching that with my family, and like everyone was just like, "Good God!" Like
Jesus
Spielberg.
We watched that in
Pull
my
it
high
back.
school history class. and
Yeah.
all of us were like, "Well, this is a collective trauma that
Yeah.
we're sharing now."
it's Adam Goldberg who's getting stabbed. Like,
That's right.
So
Yeah.
slowly, and the guy's like telling him to like like hushing him. It is so fucked up.
Man,
fucked.
that's a
Um,
great
Any sort of
one.
intimate murder like
Yeah.
that is hardcore.
Yeah. So that or the guy in RoboCop who becomes a gelatinous blob and explodes. That part rules.
Yeah, fun one. Fun.
Yeah,
Hell
I gotta
yeah.
have a fun one at the end.
Holly Perk.
What you got, Holly?
Okay, the first death scene that came to my mind like instantly was Shelby in Steel Magnolias.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And
Julia Roberts' character.
Holly loves this. That movie's in her
Obsessed
soul.
with
So
it.
she
Oh, I mean,
instant.
Mississippi
The-
that's Mississippi, right? Isn't it?
Louisiana.
Oh, it's Louisiana. Okay, sorry.
Chickpea Parish.
Yeah,
and her
yeah.
mother's
Louisiana.
from Louisiana, so that's partly her.
Yeah.
work.
there we go.
Oh yeah. I'm in the monologue that Sally Fields does at the funeral about her
It is
daughter
great.
dying.
Oh, man.
Also, isn't it funny? There was a time where they just wrote movies. The whole movie is constructed around someone dying eventually in a hospital bed.
yeah.
They're like, they got a family, they got a job, but really,
No, it's about
died.
friendship
She died.
and
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
It's-
was that movie Dying Young? There's 1,000 of those
Yeah.
movies where it's like Cancer, the movie.
so that was like that was the first thing that came
don't
to
do that anymore.
mind. And that was like one of the first death scenes I ever like. I mean, it's not brutal or anything, but
Right,
it just
right.
It
was
is
you.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's
though, 'cause They
affecting.
make you love her and they make you want her to live for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Oh yeah. It's sad. to
See,
think
I feel
about.
this way about Sam Elliott dying in Roadhouse. See, that was the
Sure.
that was the more affecting
yes,
one.
yes,
I
yes.
went for high action with mine, but I did feel deeply.
That's right.
when they killed the best there ever was.
Well, you grew up in a roadhouse.
think-
also.
I did.
Oh,
You
yeah.
grew up in a roadhouse.
I love Roadhouse. I almost picked a Patrick Swayze death as well. It's
Yeah.
not really a great death scene though, but Ghost.
Ghost.
Whole movie's
yeah,
a
of
death.
course.
The
yeah.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean, I love Ghost.
That's a
it's
great
one of
movie.
my. It's maybe my favorite movie.
Wow.
Tell
okay.
them about the poster of the horrible promotional photo.
Oh yeah,
from Ghost
I
we
have a giant poster of Patrick Swayze just embracing Whoopi Goldberg.
but it's like in a
And
studio.
we used to
you know,
have
it's
it
like
hanging
black
behind our
background.
toilet, and you could just see them like smiling at you.
Every time I took a
It's great.
piss, I was like looking at my parents and being like, "It's gonna be all right."
No, but that's a good. But I went with
Holly loves that shit.
the death scene that I think like breaks me the most
Okay.
is John Coffey in Green Mile.
Oh shit!
I've never
yeah,
seen
yeah,
Green
yeah.
Mile, but
Oh,
I assume
spoiler.
I sort of know because I've
it's-
seen clips enough.
He asks to not have his head covered
Yeah.
because he's afraid of the dark.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Oof.
I will cry thinking about
You're
it.
almost doing it.
I'm about to cry right now. It truly, I feel it in my gut. Like, it is so sad.
I accidentally found his grave. He's buried very, very
really?
close to Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher.
Really?
And I went with a tour group to that cemetery, and like kind of around the corner, they have a whole like mausoleum where it's where they're stacked basically. And I just stepped in there to get out of the sun because it was blazing. And I looked up, I was like, oh shit, there's Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah.
I mean,
Great
it's
actor.
going to make me cry
Yeah,
thinking
sucks.
about it.
What happened to him sucks.
Truly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
What you got?
Yeah. It's from a movie from, I think, the late 70s called The Silent Partner.
Fucking A. That's
And
so
this
nuts.
is the best death scene
Oh,
in
this
any
is great.
movie.
Okay.
It's a murder scene.
Oh.
Trigger warning, very graphic.
I mean, I'm about to vomit. It's so graphic to think
But
about.
Wow.
what happens is the villain murders a woman by breaking an aquarium and slicing her neck on the broken glass of
Oh,
an aquarium
Jesus
to the point where it falls into the aquarium.
Ah,
And it is unexpected and so gruesome.
Jesus
It
Christ.
And
is
so
fucked.
grotesque that
my
like
God.
it sticks with you. And that was like the first
Oh.
after I was like, okay, don't only say sad ones.
Yeah.
What is a really good death scene? Silent Partner.
So
Shit,
good. It's a
okay.
great movie
It's
too.
an incredible
fucked.
movie.
I'm
It is so good.
I'm a big Elliot Gould guy. I
Oh,
gotta
it's
watch
really
it.
Elliot Gould
good.
is
and
so good
and
in
the other
it.
guy who rules? He's
So
in
hot.
Yeah.
Time Bandits and shit. What's his name? The British guy. He rules.
David something.
Oh, David.
Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer.
It's not David
Plummer. Is his name.
David Plummer.
Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer
Yeah,
is the
and
guy
he's
that
the guy that
kills
chops
the
the head off
woman.
thing.
And it is
Oh.
But it's also that
Oh, it's-
sweet spot
it's
where
just-
it looks fake, so you can take it. If it looked real, you'd be like, "That's way too much."
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
I've
'cause it
never
looks
seen
fake, but you're like,
anything as
"What?"
creatively gruesome
Yeah,
as
it's
that.
the whole
So there
movie's
you
full
go.
of that kind of shit too. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
violent, and
That's,
crazy.
That's my number one death scene.
Shit.
Shit, I want to watch that movie.
What you got, Seth?
So I went with like super iconic shit. I mean, like we talked about, like Die Hard obviously is number one.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, look on his face is
Yeah,
unbeatable.
it's the best.
I mean, you can't do that.
Yeah.
With anyone else.
Threw him off a damn building.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get that
And you
take
see
twice.
it.
You know.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? So this
Ooh, oh
is
God.
the big one.
The shoe?
Judge Doom. Well, that too.
The shoe is one of the that's the one
The
that
shoe.
fucked
When I
my
was a
childhood.
kid, ripped my heart out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
won free. I won. My cousin was like a dude who used to call into the radio and win free tickets all the time. And he won free tickets to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, a sneak preview. And my mom was like, "Let me watch the trailer," and she's like, "You can't go to that."
Yeah.
And I was like, what? It's a fucking kids movie.
Yeah.
So I had to wait forever to see it. But they merched that movie to all kids. So it was like everyone at school was wearing Who Framed Roger Rabbit shirts, and I couldn't fucking watch the movie. And I'm like, please let me watch the fucking movie. So anyways, when Judge Doom, Christopher Lloyd's character, gets killed, that I closed my eyes for probably the first 14 years of like,
Wow.
when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
I never saw that death until I was like 20. Because I closed my fucking eyes and the sound was so fucking frightening that I didn't need to see it because it's like a cartoon getting murdered.
Right.
And he's like, "Ah," and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, and then like by the time I opened my eyes, it's like, I think it's his eyeballs in the dip.
Yes.
Yes, the dip.
That's all I ever
Yeah.
saw. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened. And that was so terrifying. So I had to put it on there because that's like such a personal death scene that like I purposely avoided because I knew it was fucked. And Christopher Lloyd, I mean, if he wasn't made for that kind of shit, I mean,
That's
incredible.
what he's for.
Living
Yeah.
cartoon. I mean,
Dude,
brilliant.
it honestly, because I watched as a kid Back to the Future and Who Framed Roger
Rules.
Rabbit. It did. I was probably 10 or 11 before I realized that was Doc Brown.
Totally.
Like
really?
Oh
wow.
I mean, I'm like a dumbass kid,
Sure,
but like
yeah.
at the same time, totally. I mean, just an
Completely.
amazing range. Yeah, like the most fun uncle ever, and then the most terrifying villain of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and have you seen Buckaroo Banzai?
Yes. Oh, fantastic.
Like John Big Booty.
Oh, yeah.
That's his
Yeah,
character
yeah.
name. And he's like, it's Big Booty. And he's like, John Big Booty. Give me. He's like, it's Big Booty. That movie is fucking amazing. But anyways,
that rocks.
so my last one is, of course, one of the most famous death scenes of all time, Terminator 2. Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great.
I mean,
the music.
Yeah.
Oh, with the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Oh, the thumbs up. Yeah.
I mean that out of this is one of those things like what a powerhouse spectacle film that the last moment is so fucking human again.
Yeah.
And shows you the love he had for the kid and the family. man, they just don't do something like that now. And when they do it because they expect we wanted to see that. So they go, oh, we'll give you the emotional moment. You can feel the music cue. That movie's like,
Yeah.
like we did it.
yeah,
We killed them,
Yeah.
but it's okay. And
Hell
you
yeah.
know, like
There's
it's
just
a
a-
beautiful ending.
Well,
There's something so cold and like so precise about that movie, like from the soundtrack to
Rules.
like how every like emotional moment is earned, and like how
Yeah.
it's still like such a thrilling movie. Like now it is,
and
like
and
30
many
years later.
dynamics, so many
Yeah.
dynamics.
and a very rare thing in an action movie where the third act doesn't drag at all.
Dude.
It's
No,
just,
dude.
it ramps up, if anything. Jim Cameron, go ahead. You can make as many avatars as you want. Your legacy is fucking sealed.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best sequel of all time.
Yeah.
Unquestionably.
And it's such a different movie than that. The first movie is basically a horror movie with
Yeah.
a killer robot chasing you.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Then the second movie is like, the killer robot has got a greater purpose and it now needs to learn how to be a human.
Yeah.
It's like what a crazy movie.
I would say Blasphemous. I would say Terminator 2 in terms of greatest sequel of all time. Best Godfather 2 because it's like Terminator 2 is kind of the more iconic one to me.
Yeah,
I,
think
haven't seen Godfather 2 enough times.
I think
honestly.
yeah, though
I
that's
feel
the
bad about
that's the
that.
thing. I've seen Godfather 2, three or
couple times.
4 times maybe, and Terminator 2.
It's
1
great. I mean,
million.
it's fantastic. But like Terminator,
Yeah.
when you think Terminator, you're thinking about the shit from Terminator 2.
Right.
Like, you know what
That's
I mean?
true. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, most of it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Except for like I'll Be Back and shit.
Oh,
Like,
I just thought of this as a little asterisk because we're talking Arnie.
Yeah.
The moment in Commando where he's holding the guy over the cliff, he goes, "Hey Sully, you know when I said I would kill you last? You did, Matrix. You did. I lied." And then he drops him off the
I've
cliff.
never seen
Yeah, yeah.
Commando, that rules.
Oh, go back.
Oh, man.
We did
Brutal.
Commando for our 4th of July episode a few years
Awesome.
ago. Go back into the archives and listen to that.
the best part of Commando is that guy. He has that guy against the corner. He's like, "I'm not going to shoot you in the eyes. I'm going to shoot you in the balls." And then just I think Arnold Schwarzenegger like impales him through a thing, and he's like, "Let off some steam.
Let off
Bennett."
some steam.
Wow.
Bennett.
Oh my
And there's a
God.
thing-
They're like
yeah,
a
like
track
Mr.
for
Freeze, corny ass jokes.
Yeah.
Cool body.
Yeah, Arnie. My God. Then the last one we got for you, this is from at Mary Louise All, and this is exactly how she wrote it. Top 3 bodies of water. No oceans or seas. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
She wants
Waterfalls
to be
by
like
TLC.
Rivers is our favorite.
I think
right.
that might be, but
Yeah.
we're sticking to fresh water here.
This is a Holly Perkins thing because Holly loves water.
I love a swimming.
and my
This
dad's
is-
a musician,
this
and
is-
we never left the house.
No, it's doesn't even have to do with that. It's because you're a thall baby. We're some
that's what
children.
it is.
I'm a
I don't blame
water
my
baby.
parents.
I need to be
love
in the water.
Water.
That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
true. I mean, for Holly, and it's shown me how great like bodies of water can be, but I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Not enough to give you 3, whatever. The toilet, the bathtub, and fucking
I was like, this glass of water, the toilet, and
The Brita
A
filter.
bidet.
and my bong.
and my Brita filter.
Yeah, and my Brita filtered bong.
Anyways, so
I love any body of water so much that I
Okay.
don't really have a specific favorite.
Okay,
That's okay.
I feel Chattanooga has great creeks
Yeah.
and rivers.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Suck
Carter's
Creek
hometown.
in,
Yeah.
in Chattanooga is
Absolutely.
one of my favorites. But I mean, I grew up with the Ross Barnett Reservoir, which is a reservoir named after a horrible racist.
Yes, he was the governor of Mississippi during
yes.
the worst of times.
Yeah, we
South, baby.
didn't ever have clean water, and people would go, it's because we have a poisoned, terrible,
yeah.
racist reservoir supplying the water.
Yeah, he
But
was-
much like the state itself, the origins are pretty horrible and terrible and racist, but you'll have a fun time out there on that reservoir. So
Yeah.
you get on a sandbar out there, that's some of the best water. I don't know that I would call it fresh, but
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
water.
I do. One of mine is a reservoir.
Yeah.
okay.
It's in Leeds. So we used to go to this reservoir in Leeds,
yeah.
and
in the UK.
yeah, in the UK. I used to
Welcome to Leeds, Alabama, mate. We're the hometown of Charles
Yeah.
Barkley.
yeah. So,
right.
so,
Sorry.
so in Leeds, Alabama, there's this reservoir, and we were like, there'd be all these stories like there's dead bodies underneath it. There's dead
Yeah.
bodies at the bottom of it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see like all this
course.
shit. And we one time a guy told us to the last time we went, this guy turned us around with a shotgun. He said, "Don't come back." The guy he owns the shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But I've seen my friend. We were in. It's so dangerous. Like we jump off these. Anyone from the south who's gone
I
to
mean-
quarries and stuff.
Yeah, the cliffs in
You
Tuscaloosa.
cannot see into the water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't see into the
It's
water.
brown.
And it's unsupervised high kids jumping off like 60-foot drops
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember watching my friend facing us take a shit into the
Oh,
quarry.
Jesus.
Yeah, why not? At that point, why not?
Yeah, like facing us in the way that you would think.
right.
And I've just never seen shit come out of a human body before, and that was the first time I saw it. And
Oh, my God.
and the last, thankfully, but
wow.
into the
Always
body
been
of
there.
water that I was currently in.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He made it his toilet, and
Wow.
I was in that toilet,
Jesus.
and therefore it gets number 3 for me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know. I feel like a lot of
Rest
shit
in
went wrong
peace.
in my life right after that.
Hey,
yeah,
you
like,
know. I was going to shout out Ishituckney Springs in Florida. So there are many springs in the Sunshine State. Ishituckney is my favorite because the spring kind of wells up, and like all of them, it's crystal clear water, and you can see it's a giant sinkhole. So when you're floating on it, if you've got like a snorkel or a
I
mask
like
on,
that.
you know, it feels like you're flying. You're like 50, 60 feet above where you can see straight down.
Fuck
But the
that.
cool thing with
Love it.
Ishituckney is that the spring turns into the Ishituckney River, and you can either tube down the river or you can float the whole thing. And it's always fun because you get your mask on and you can see turtles and fish and all
Oh,
kinds of
that's
stuff.
great.
And it takes about 2 hours. And the really great part is that if you're a stout fella like me, you float real good and it's real fun. But what I found out is I went with maybe my boniest friend who was having a trouble because it is fresh water. It doesn't have the buoyancy of salt. So my fat ass is just floating along like, oh yeah, look at them turtles, bro. And my friend who's with me is like dying because
my
he's
God.
he's trying to stay above water.
Wow.
But so it rewards the large community. So
That's
You know, as a
Shout out to Chituckney.
not thin woman, I have never thought about the fact that I've always tubed better than my
see,
sister.
we're good in fresh water.
I've always,
about that
yeah.
too.
We used to
Always
tube
tubed
down the
much better
North
than the
Platte
rest.
River in Casper, Wyoming.
Oh
And
yeah, oh that's yeah. I'm about to mention
That's a nice one.
I'm about to mention Wyoming. My number
There
2,
you go.
motherfucking Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone,
Beautiful.
Yellowstone Falls, and then also by extension a body of water that you can't get in because it's about 220 degrees. But the Grand Prismatic Springs in Yellowstone. My favorite thing ever is reading news stories about. If you go to Yellowstone, there are signs absolutely everywhere because they
Everywhere.
build these boardwalks through these areas where there are active hot springs. And when we say hot, not the kind you can, get in like, up in Ojai. These are boiling fucking magma cauldrons.
It smells like sulfur.
Yeah, it smells like sulfur. It's beautiful.
Which
It's
smells
this-
like shit, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly.
yeah.
It's farts.
Yeah.
Smells like farts.
It smells like farts,
Yeah.
but it's a rainbow. It's beautiful, and
Pretty.
there's a boardwalk that goes out there, and there are signs, goddamn, everywhere that's like, don't leave the boardwalk. And there's even one. I'll put up a picture of it because I took it was so funny. It was just a boy falling into a hot spring, and it's like the most horrifying
That's
picture.
the image of it.
But there's signs
Yeah.
everywhere, and yet every year there's some idiot who
Oh,
leaves the trail and falls in, and that's one of those. I feel the same way about that I do about people that fall into tiger enclosures. You're like, good, you should be
It is
eaten.
tempting though. Like when you are
Yeah.
there with no barrier, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, but how hot is it?
Yeah, you're like,
Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Just put my little.
And then you
I've
lose
touched
your
boiling
leg.
water before.
Yeah.
Like it's very, it is enticing.
Oh yeah, and then my number one, I got to shout out my hometown, the Saugahatchee Creek. Just by the nature that is where we spent the most time. There's an area of Saugahatchee called Drunk Creek, which is an old gristmill dam, and there's a nice spot to swim, nice spot to I dislocated my shoulder there.
Hell yeah.
So that was cool. And then
Yes.
one day we decided. Because we would go down to a little bit further down the Saugahatchee, there was a little spot where you could pull off and jump in the water. They had a rope swing that eventually the guy that owned the place cut it down because there were too many people leaving beer cans and shit down
Yeah.
there. Disrespectful. I would never do
Sure.
that. But we would occasionally see people coming down in tubes. And I'd always ask them, like, hey, where did you put in and how long did it take you to get down here? And they'd say, oh, we put in on Highway 88. It takes about 3 hours. And so I was always like, one of these days,
Yeah.
we're going to get some tubes. And then one day we did that, a big group of us. But because we were teenagers at the time and couldn't get our shit together, we didn't start until 5 o'clock.
Nope.
Mm.
Wrong.
So I knew going in, I was like, this is going to take 3 hours. And I should have done the math. And then, of course, there we are. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
we're on this river and we're not even halfway there. And the whole time, my parents had a friend who lived on the creek. And I was like, well, if nothing else, we can just pull off and go to the Miller's
Yeah,
house and then
yeah.
they can give us a ride back to the cars. And then it turns out they weren't on that creek. They were on an adjacent creek, so we never passed their house.
no.
And so we're just like looking for this house,
Oh, man.
never finding it. All my friends are getting pretty pissed at me because I was the only one being like, "Hey, man, this will be a funny story later," you know.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, that never works in the moment.
you know, my friend was like crying, like thinking we're gonna die, and I'm like, you know. And we finally see like an electric light glowing through the woods, and we're like, let's just go towards that light. That's humanity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we
then a couple of you got caught by the bear traps, and then some guy comes
that's
up
right.
and says,
well, it was really lucky because we start walking towards that light. It turns out that light was basically a lamp post in the middle of a cow field. So it was kind of like the lamp in Narnia, just in the middle of fucking nothing.
Whoa, that rules.
But then we started walking this road and we get to this rented house that's filled with a bunch of trucks. Every one of the trucks had some version of a Jimmy Buffett sticker on the truck. So they said like the University of Margaritaville
Yes.
and the weather is here. Wish you were beautiful and shit like that.
Love a bucket head.
And we knocked on the door and a bunch of college kids. Yeah, Buckethead.
love that guy that played
Parrot
guitar
head.
for Guns N' Roses.
Buckethead, he's got a great.
I do love that guy too.
yeah, that guy's great.
internet presence.
Yeah, but we knocked on the door and these like college bros had just rented this like house out for the weekend and they gave us a ride back. So they
Wow,
were
that's awesome.
cool.
That's
But
nice.
Thank God they
anyway.
didn't
It is a
murder
fun
the shit
story
out of
later.
you.
yeah,
She
we
didn't need to cry about
Thank God
that.
they didn't murder these teenagers in the darkness.
yeah. So
nice.
anyway, that's the place I've spent the most time. So if you ever find yourself in Lochapoka, Alabama,
Hell yeah.
check out
yeah.
Salgahatchee Creek and clean up after yourself. God damn it.
Yeah, and look for
And
the
it's-
lamppost.
Is it legal to drink there? Like
Duh.
Sunday drinking laws? or
well,
something?
No.
our
Sunday
like
drinking
tubing
law.
place that
You know what
everybody
I mean.
would go where I grew up is the Ocoee, and
Yeah,
it
of
goes
course, yeah.
through, it goes
I've
through.
canoed the Ocoee.
It's all through dry counties.
Yes.
so
Yeah, that's right.
It's like you can't have any booze when you get off the river.
Right, right.
They can't arrest you on the water.
Right?
Very true.
That's maritime law.
That's right. Yeah, pirate law.
Yeah, what are you, the Coast Guard? I'm drinking.
I'm in the water.
Fucked up.
Yeah, but it's like, so you have to be real sneaky about it because they'll.
Right,
you
right.
can't- You can't have it when you get out.
Yeah, get you some red Solo cups, as
Yeah.
Dr. Keith says.
Tobert Keith. Yeah.
Tobert Keith.
Dr. Tobert Keith.
Did you have more, Carter?
The lazy river at Dollywood.
Hell yeah.
The I don't know, the fountain at the Galleria.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
body of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
hell
can
yeah.
flip a coin in there. Then you're like, I want to be a famous spaceman one day.
I do it every day.
Yeah. So that. Or like I've just realized like I'm like I don't admire. I love nature. I love being in nature.
Yeah, me too. I've learned
But like
to love it all.
I don't remember the names of things. Like if it's not like
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I love like I've been in a bunch of beautiful rivers and lakes and shit, and I couldn't tell you their name of it.
Okay.
I really, I
Yeah.
was a drunk child. I don't remember any of that stuff.
Totally.
Yeah, I love any, like, you could pour like a bottle of water down a sidewalk and I'd be like, I love this water. Like, I love
yeah.
it. It's beautiful.
I love being
Shivering
in
in the
water.
light.
Oh,
yeah, I don't care.
I love being in water. I love like making an egg underwater. Like,
I love
which is
water
some-
bursts. I love seeing
Water
them.
birds.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
responsible for them.
Water parks. I'm a big fan of water parks. I love
Oh,
water
yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do.
I love water shit.
I do hate that the Pacific Ocean is too cold to be in. I hate that.
Not for me.
It's like, what? I didn't know that.
We're getting
Not
close.
for me. I get in it every week.
You get in it?
Yeah.
Holly gets in it every week. That's for sure.
Well, it's like time. Like now, it's like
It takes a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes a minute. It feels like a cold plunge, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'm a wellness expert when I'm
Right.
in the freezing cold water, like a professional athlete taking
Yeah,
an ice
my-
bath.
that's a good perspective.
My
oh, fighting waves is one of my favorite things to
Oh,
do when
yeah.
I was a kid. Like going and punching waves and shit. I used to
Yeah.
love
You do
it.
that now. They take
I
you
mean,
right to jail.
truly, I love. They were like, you can't swim in the ocean. I was like, watch me.
my,
I do it all the time.
my,
Fuck yeah.
my favorite thing is going down to the Santa Monica Pier around like Christmas, and you'll see at least one or two psychos in the water at that time. And if you get near those people, every one of them's like this, mate. I don't understand why everybody getting in the fucking
Of
water.
course.
This is a fucking
I'm proving
beautiful
the point.
day in Brighton. This is fucking ridiculous. Beautiful,
That's
mate.
me.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
love it. But yeah, shout out to @Fuggin' Shout out to Mary Louise all for them questions, and keep them coming.
Thank
Top
you.
threes at the Goods Pod. I wanted to briefly touch on some events going down in the beautiful state of Georgia.
Ooh.
This is from Slate.com. Former football star Herschel Walker is the Republican candidate for Senate in Georgia, a nomination that he won after building a profile as a right-wing personality in the last decade or so.
Really?
Yeah, he's running against Raphael Warnock for Senate coming this fall in Georgia. And here's the thing: he was a very famous running back, played for the Georgia Bulldogs in the 1980s, went on to a professional career as well, and he's hit his head a
Yeah,
lot.
they're like, we didn't say CTE. We said like that's
So
we wanted
CTE
a
to
signature,
GDC.
not a CTE.
so he's been doing things like appearing and on various news networks, and like for instance when they were asking him in the wake of the Uvalde shooting, like, hey, what would you think about gun control? And he said,
Cain killed Abel. And that's the problem that we have. And I said, what we need to do is look into how we can stop those things. He talked about doing a disinformation. What about getting a department that can look at young men that's looking at women that's looking at just social media? What about doing that, looking into things like that, and we can stop that way?
Oh, I'm not against that.
Yeah. I was going to say that you have to
my
tag
vote.
that you have a gun every time you have a gun.
that was his
Seth Pomeroy
solution.
has gun now.
That was his solution to gun control. Was,
I love it. Just divert it to something
just
else.
gibberish.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. That's the right way to
Yeah,
talk to
he's
people.
like, I don't understand words. I used to play professional football.
Yeah. He's like, I got sentences. I know these are sentences.
I'm not sure. I
don't know what they
write
mean.
it down.
So, like other conservatives, Walker sometimes describes problems in the black U.S. population as the consequence of individual failings rather than structural discrimination, and has a habit, in particular, of criticizing black men who create fatherless homes by abandoning their children. So, Walker has a 22-year-old son, Christian Walker, and Christian Walker is like a right-wing guy who also happens to be, I don't know if he's outwardly gay, but like openly queer at least. Christian Walker is also a fucking right-wing psychopath.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure,
yeah.
why
Like
not?
a complete
You gotta
fucking
align.
nutbag.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to all our big, strong, muscular, conservative fathers. Thank you for spoiling us and protecting us from big, scary, blue-haired liberals. We're forever grateful. Fathers' lives matter. Bring fathers back into the home. Bring fathers back into the home. We're having all this crime because fathers weren't in the home. Bring fathers back.
But that's not what I'm here to talk about. He's levels all this criticism at the black community about fatherlessness, and then cut to last week on June 14th, Daily Beast reported that Walker has a 10-year-old son who he does not see,
Fuck yeah, he
and
does, of course.
whom he legally never acknowledged until he was taken to court.
Wow.
So he had to be
Yes.
married, and then 24 hours later, on June 15th, the Daily Beast also reported that he has a 13-year-old son as well.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Feral man.
Man's out here fucking.
And then the next day, they found out that he has a daughter who is 40 that he hasn't
Wow.
acknowledged. So basically every
Four
day.
different women have had sex with this man.
Yes,
Amazing.
and born him a child that he is just now talking about.
It's incredible.
Every time.
If you get into politics, they're like, cool, you got a lot of secrets buried in the past.
He's like, I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Come on in. This is great. We love this kind of stuff.
One of Walker's next public appearances after the revelation was at an evangelical Christian conference in Nashville that describes itself as the nation's most high-profile pro-family event. And
Oh boy. Is that like post
That's so
Ben
goofy.
Shapiro and all those goofballs moving there?
I mean,
yeah,
it's
oh,
all
yeah.
happening at the same time.
The Southern Baptist Convention's always been based in
Pro-family
Nashville.
event. Okay, I never heard of that ever, and I lived there 39 fucking years.
As he took the stage, he received a resounding applause and told the crowd that he is, quote, tired of people misleading the American people and tired of people misleading my family.
Misled them away from his
Misleading
house.
them right to my door to ask for payment.
He was like, go get misled, children. Get led away, please.
I'm sick of them leading them to the child
You're
support
misleading
office.
them back to my house.
This statement is not entirely comprehensible, and it also spoke to what was previously Walker's most notable attributes as a candidate, which is the frequency with which he says things that either don't make sense.
Which was his previous celebrity.
He says things that either don't make sense or or are not true. Among the statements that have come to light during the campaign are false claims that he was a police officer, an FBI agent, that he was the valedictorian of both his college and high school, that he graduated college at all, which he did not, that he never claimed to have graduated from college, and that he founded a charity for military veterans, and that he founded the largest minority-owned food supply and upholstery company in the United States.
That's how he got all these women to fuck him. He was like, me, I'm very successful.
Good.
He literally never did any of
No.
that.
He's like, we went to college together. They're like, did we?
Yeah, well, he famously fucking didn't
Well,
graduate
it's not
because
like
he went
like,
to the
came
NFL.
from nowhere, though. I mean, he used to be like a famous
Well,
running back.
that's
like,
what I was saying. He famously didn't graduate college because he went to the NFL.
So, like, why make up other shit where you're like, and I was a spy, and I was,
Yeah,
Why not at that point?
None of this has created a problem for Walker inside the Republican Party because he won his primary in May with 68% of the vote.
He'll be president. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna talk.
He's gonna be president.
We're gonna have. I mean, we've got our first,
Yeah.
dementia patient. We're about to have our first CTE president. Yeah.
well, he's going up against what, like Kid Rock and The Rock.
Hey.
and-
The Georgia
That's
Peach.
the king of the summer
mascot.
jam.
The
is
Rock?
Kid Rock.
Oh, yeah,
God.
Kid Rock. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening in
Wow.
Georgia. We've got.
Is that where Kane is the mayor too?
No, that's Knoxville.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's the
okay.
mayor of Knox County.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is
Wow.
not to be
The wrestler
confused with-
Kane is a mayor.
Really?
He's
Yeah,
the mayor of
There's
Knox.
not a lot to do in the South. We eventually are like, hey, I saw a guy on TV. He can tell me how to live. We like that kind of
Truly,
shit.
like,
That's how Tommy Tuberville
like,
does
I would
it.
like to get into politics. Can I host a game show or
That's all it
something?
takes.
Like,
And also, like, people just love crowds. It's like as soon as people applaud, they're like, yeah, we're applauding. Fuck it. Like, no,
yeah.
It's like resounding applause.
yeah.
That's just Nashville being like, I guess we're supposed to clap at it. He's done something. He is on stage. Let's
Yeah,
give him up for it.
but yeah.
Word.
So I don't know who's there's also. There's another running back that's running in Arizona. I forgot the guy's name, but he just hired like one of the most QAnon people of all time to be his campaign manager. So shit's. I think the guy's name is literally Baby Q. So it's getting fun. He claims to be a time traveler. It's a
It is
whole
like
thing.
pro wrestling.
It's really-
it is,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
unbelievable how much of a joke it is.
it's upsetting.
Let's change this country on this tonight.
on this tonight,
it.
on this show tonight.
On this
right
show
here.
tonight, live from my trashy street.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to take American terrorists out to the streets and change the whole fucking country.
That's who we need right
That's
there.
what we do
I'd
need.
vo- it's fun because I would absolutely vote for Nephew over Herschel Walker.
His speeches
Yeah,
are going to be
well.
very interesting.
yeah, absolutely. And he has probably
He has ideas.
he has
does have ideas.
at least as many, if not less, domestic violence claims against him
Yeah.
versus Herschel Walker,
Yeah,
who
he's
has a
transparent.
few.
Yeah,
right.
he's open
I'm
about it.
sure.
Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what's happening in Georgia IA.
Scary.
Never once have I paid $5 for gas, and never once has Starbucks been out of Java chips. But thanks, Joe Biden, for screwing up America. I was craving a Java chip frappuccino. I went to 2 Starbucks. They told me, oh, we're out of Java chips. I wonder why. Oh, because Joe Biden's supply chain crisis. So I had to settle for this vanilla bean.
Y'all, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, we have reached our jam of the week. It's time to go round and round.
Baby.
From 1984, off of their record Out of the Damn Cellar. This is Ratt with 2 T's. Fucking round and round.
I want to hear the lyrics, because I barely know.
Down on the street.
That's where we'll meet.
I mean, what a...
I will kill you and your friends. I like it's just threatening
Oh, this is like-
sexuality.
This is like pretty boy metal.
Yeah,
This
oh,
is-
no.
Yeah. This is like
The cock rock is such a weird era, man. It's so crazy this happened.
Oh, yeah, hair metal, man.
Like, what a weird offshoot.
Born right here on the damn strip.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, no shit. Yeah, there's a really good book about that. I've never read it, but everyone tells me it's supposed to be great. It's like an oral history of
oh man, I bet that shit's
of,
that movement.
of sex crimes against minors.
yeah.
with guitar.
With guitar, with a squealing
Don't
guitar
worry.
solo.
I knew right from the start.
This is the kind of shit
You
that, like,
shot an arrow.
this is the kind of shit my dad. This is the kind of shit where like my parents got divorced and then my mom started dating dudes who listened to Ratt. You're like,
I mean,
I can't relate to this.
Look, there are 3 things I know about Milton Berle.
Yes.
It's that he's in this video.
this video.
He supposedly has a humongous
Huge
cock.
cock, sure, it's
And
valuable.
3 is that my neighbor's dad looked exactly like him.
What
Those
does
are
cock
3.
look like? Is it the same too?
His actually the tip of my neighbor's dad's cock's head looked just like a Milton Berle. It had a little face on it, and it was like buying jokes. It bought jokes from people.
Ironically, it was tiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so awesome.
But yeah, no. Supposedly, the rumor was that Milton Berle was like the uncle of one of the band members. I think he's actually the uncle of their manager, which is
his
how
nickname though? Uncle Milty. That's his name.
Uncle
Yeah, it's
Milty.
Uncle
Yeah,
Milty.
yeah.
There you go.
It's everyone's
Yeah,
uncle.
that's how he ended up in the video, though. He's related to the manager, I believe, of the band.
How did the cock thing go
And they're
about?
like, how did you get so funny? It's like, I was born with a wacky cock. Like, oh, that checks out.
What a great guy to have that be the rumor about it.
I mean,
It seems like he started
And
it.
what's fucked is,
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people have probably tried to start that rumor. It
Right?
didn't.
Yeah.
the thing that's fucked about it is there's so many stories of like different generations of people who moved to Hollywood that saw his cock one way or another. Like he would just show it to people all the time. So to be like, that
Jesus.
Tim Meadows tells a story or something. Like somehow he ran it.
he whipped it out at SNL.
Yeah, like it's all, like he'll just do it to anyone. It's part of his joke. He's like,
Tim Meadows, Tim Robbins.
yeah. He's like,
all the Tims. Yeah, Tim Allen. All the,
yeah, this cock. He's like, I might die, but my cock.
he did a giant,
that's what his dickhead says.
the longest line of coke he ever did, right off
good.
right off Uncle
Off
Milty.
Milton Berle's dick.
Yeah.
respect.
Let's get down into the comments on the YouTube version
of
of
course.
Round and Around by Ratt. First up,
This does seem like one where they have some pretty wild comments.
Oh, yeah.
oh, buddy.
All the hair metal stuff, probably.
First up, Paul Colafroth from 3 years ago.
Jesus.
I heard this the first time in county jail. I took a train for a joyride. I spent 90 days in the can with Ratt and Roll and Quiet Riot banging my motherfucking head.
How in jail he just like, don't worry, I got my cassette tapes. How did they let him hear all that?
Also, let us not gloss over the fact that he stole a train.
Well, he went for a joyride, right?
joyride.
He went for a joyride.
Yeah.
He was looking to have
His
some fun.
intentions were pure.
It's like, where did he joyride it to? The next destination? Like, it's on rails.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's very hard to elude law enforcement when you're in a
They
train.
got me.
Was he like just drunkenly like shoveling coal into the engine? Like, I'm crazy.
That's so cool. That guy lives a way better life than
He's
I
in
do.
prison just being like, this is worth the trip, man.
This is worth it.
Yeah, I took a joyride.
Next up, Mark
God.
Williams from 5 years ago.
Fake name.
Smoking good green.
Probably.
Mark Williams. Sure.
Smoking good green. Married with 2 kids.
Smoking good green, brother.
Married with 2 kids. ...
Uh-oh.
Now I'm divorced. Still,
I
still,
thought it was my dad for a second, but they're still married.
still smoking. Now divorced, still smoking, and listening to this classic, Mobile, Alabama. Roll Tide.
There
So,
it is.
hell
You should have
yeah.
known he was from your neck of
Oh.
the
Man,
woods.
that
I
family
knew
was
right from
cramping
the
your
beginning.
style, Mark.
Yeah, that's right. You're still smoking.
Yeah.
He's like,
Who
you know
cares if
what
kids
goes
don't
around
talk to
comes
you?
around, though, you know?
Kids don't
It all
talk to you.
just
Keep
going to go
smoking.
round and round.
I passed the blunt round and round, you know what I mean?
My name
I miss
ain't
my
Mark
kids.
Williams.
I want my son back.
Just my son. My daughter can fuck
I tell
off.
you, the earth keeps going round and round. When did you turn 18? You grew up.
That's right. This is Deadbeat Dad, Stepdad Rock.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Deadbeat dad rock, and also like stripper anthem.
Stepbeat. Like
Step beat.
You guys like
Step beat. It's a new genre of music. Step.
That's a step beat.
Step
It's
beat.
basically the sounds of a man beating a woman. Step beat.
Oh,
It's playing in the
terrible.
background while you do a crank.
Hunter Swine from 2 years ago.
Real name.
All right, this might be my dad.
Hunter Swine.
Went with a school with a guy named Hunter.
Or maybe it's Hunter's Wine. I don't know. It's one word. It's
it's
one.
Hunter's
It's one.
Hunter's
It's
Wine.
it's one word. So
Hunter's Wine.
up to
You know what
interpretation.
deer blood is? That's Hunter's Wine.
Yeah, there we go.
Winter's Bone.
Wheel of Misfortune. I really don't understand why people hate me. See? They hate me because I really will fight for the innocent as they pretend for a paycheck and the world knows it.
Yeah. That's why he makes
Exactly.
this damn wine. He's going to make this
Exactly.
damn wine so these people, he can change the world. That sucks. I'm sorry, buddy.
This
Very
guy,
lost.
this guy's very cool. Gordon Glazer from 4 years ago.
Old Gordo.
Gordon
loves
Glazer,
this
you
shit.
know, Wall Street.
I had just turned 21 and had 3 girlfriends with all the benefits.
Sex.
Holding hands,
Sexual.
sex, making sandwiches.
All the benefits.
That is until the fateful day they all ended up at the same rock club as me.
Scandal.
Story time.
Woo.
It was one of the 4 clubs I used to go to in Denver. I had one at each club, but for some reason, a major band was playing at one of the clubs, and guess what? All my girls ended up at the same damn club.
I'm writing a movie about this man.
Dude.
What? I'm not
would
kidding.
love
This is why I go to
I-
5 clubs.
I am not kidding you. The next line. This is like something out of a movie.
That's why I'm in Hollywood, baby. I'm
she's out here pitching.
aligned.
We're adapting this. We just bought the rights from Gordon Glazer.
I had them all. I had them all at different parts of the club, trying my best to keep them separated. Well, nope, that didn't go well. I got busted, and I probably got slapped in the face at the same time.
Probably.
I went home with a limp dick and alone. Life lesson learned. Oh my God.
What goes around comes around.
What goes
It's right. It's
Round and
right.
round.
Oh, man.
Next up, Richard A. Saki IV from 8 years ago.
I don't know. Everyone's just going with it.
Yeah, is that a Wonder Chosen character? That's not real.
You're so stupid, Jamie Michelle. But hey, at least there's always surfing in Hawaii. I can see it now. The women running through the bushes
Yes.
just to meet me on the beach. Jamie.
He
Yeah,
just
fuck
signed
you,
it.
Jamie.
So he put the ball back in Jamie's court like, I'm getting tang on the beach. Jamie.
Yeah.
Have you any retort, Jamie?
what say thee, Jamie?
I love what these comments are like. Have not been viewed by any. Like,
No.
to
There's
put them
not a
on blast like
moderator
this,
on
as we
here.
have been for a year plus,
Oh,
is
yeah.
like these. Like if
No.
any of these people knew that their inane, fucking drunk, insane comment on under the Ratt round and round video.
It's still here for us to enjoy and repurpose.
This guy has a great idea. Draconian Guys from 10 years ago.
Okay.
Fuck you.
I believe this music can make a comeback with one simple strategy.
Yep.
CD sales. Pop artists may have a huge fan base, but their fans prefer to illegally download music rather than buying it.
Right.
So I'm here to suggest that all of you buy CDs from your favorite artists to get them noticed again.
When was this
A
comment made?
revolutionary.
10 years
truly.
ago. This is
Oh, this is- okay.
2012.
He's still
Even
fighting to
2012
fight
is a bit.
for Tower Records.
Yeah, when
Feels
was
like
Spotify
the
a
iPod
thing?
was around.
Yeah, streaming was around
Yeah.
then.
He smelled the future, and he had to let everybody know. There's something bad
He's
on
like,
the
look,
horizon.
guys, if you buy Ratt CDs, they will continue to make money.
This man's trying to fucking stay in the music industry.
He says, spread this message as much YouTube videos of real music as you can.
Yeah.
Even if you can't afford CDs, I know that some of you reading this message can bring real music back.
I love just, man.
Spearheading a
to
movement.
Yeah, I'd love to believe in something, my perspective, so much that I would want to type out a whole paragraph and then in all capitals be like, and that's my ethos. I'm out. No one.
Does anybody comment about the actual song, or it's just their life lessons?
Well, this one
It's always some weird
It's just
personal.
them being like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
loved
totally.
this song in '84 when I got
Totally.
divorced.
Well, this one is about it's about the band G Haw Ford from 1 year ago. Ratt made more money in the 80s than any rapper, and they still kings.
Yep.
I had to catch that
Okay,
sentence.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Never paid for whores to be in a video. They fucked the stars and got let in. Little LMAO.
What?
Silly kids, we did it better in the 80s.
They fucked the stars.
so-
Other celebrities
so-
fucked all of Ratt.
Well, no.
I think he's
No.
saying like
He's saying
the whores would just have sex
Yes.
with them and then get to be in
of
their
course.
videos.
Yeah. The whores in this video did not work for scale. They worked
They were
for.
happy to be there because they love penis.
they love the
These
Rat.
guys'
Yeah.
penises.
Yeah.
They're-
As they
absolutely.
say in the
Differently.
song, like Romeo and Juliet.
That's how they say?
I just like
That's
someone
nice
being
literary
like,
reference.
I know a surprising amount of lyrics.
Yeah, Holly knows this kind of shit.
yeah,
If it was played on Z106.7 classic rock radio, I know all the words.
You said it like you were a DJ. You really dropped the call sign like a professional.
Yeah, if
You're
John
listening
Boy and
to-
Billy in the Morning.
Oh,
song,
John-
Fucking
I'm
hell.
aware of it.
You're listening to the
Lipless.
Oh God,
Lipless, the funniest shit ever. Top Dog from 10 days ago.
fake.
Oh,
fake.
recent.
All
My,
fake.
my
You're
step.
saying this guy's not really named Top Dog.
I did name my kid
Yeah, you
Top
don't
Dog Pomeroy. And he better fucking live up to it, too.
Which called TD.
Your name is Top Gun Maverick Pomeroy. Why does he name that? It's a movie that I like.
It's a movie that I like.
They would-
I'm a bit of a film buff.
I'm a bit of a film buff. This is his brother, Batman Forever.
I was gonna say, they wouldn't let me name him Jurassic World Dominion Pomeroy.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, it's the biggest piece of shit in the world. That's another story.
Top Dog, 10 days ago, my stepdad told me, "You can't do this." Well, I could, and
the guitar solo kicked in during that point.
he said, "You can't do this." Well, I could and did and have. Sometimes you got to ignore the world and believe in yourself. I'm just saying, kids, you can do it, if not better than this, and this is amazing.
Everyone just acts like these comments are like an empty microphone in front of like a stadium, and they're like, "My turn to go up and preach the
Have
gospel."
these men heard of open minds?
Oh, his
boy, I bet they have.
his coda at the end is great, where he says, "And this is amazing. Avoid drugs."
Avoid
Oh,
The
that.
Top Dog knows, first and foremost, avoid drugs. All right, Top Dog's been through a lot, seen a lot of it up and down all around.
It's a long way to the top.
You don't want to do the drugs sport.
If you want to rock and roll.
We got a few more here. David Robinson from 2 years ago. In
Went to
some,
a school, the guy named David Robinson.
oh really? Well,
Wonder if this is him.
maybe. This is from 2 years ago. In
It's a
some
class of 20.
in some parts of this video, my dances around in my pants. That's right. That's
It's around in my pants.
If you catch my drift, it's like you're not being subtle at all.
well. Listen to the next sentence.
Okay.
That's right. Hamster is the alternate word that I use for pussy. When I
Sorry. Wait.
That's a serial killer.
Richard
Fucking-
Gere reference.
Can you read the full thing top to bottom?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Where's it go?
Oh, there's more. In some parts of this video, my ahem dances around in my pants.
Hamster pussy.
That's right. Hamster is the alternate word I use for pussy. When I imagine what I'd like to do with those ladies in the video, because I'm from the future of when this video was made and would have been underage stuff / maybe David Robinson could replace the stars.
Okay, so to translate here, what
I don't
he
think this is the guy I went to
Yeah,
school
what's
with.
the
No,
stars?
no. I think
It
he's
might
talking
be
about
because
Ratt.
he's telling you he's from now.
Yeah, he's from now. He
And
would,
if it was if he was doing to these ladies hamsters what he wanted, he would have been
he would have been
underage.
too young to.
Oh, yeah, okay, now I get
That's
it.
what he's saying.
Bingo,
He's saying,
bingo.
Yeah.
This makes me get my dick a little hard. And,
Yeah, well, he doesn't name it. but-
and if I had done to these women what I had wanted, I would have been still a child.
Yes.
So,
So ultimately, David Robinson should have joined the band, is what he was saying.
David
Yes.
If I'd
Robinson
been in the
is
band,
like,
it would have been okay.
I missed my time.
Oh,
I'm from the future,
I'm
the
from
past.
future of now.
how fucking sad is it that people who watch a music video and call people stars, they're like, they were fucking the stars. I would be one of the
It's
stars.
like, can you name
Yeah.
You're like,
one
these
band
are-
member from Ratt?
Yeah, these are
Not
cokeheads
one.
from San Francisco who got lucky. These are not stars. You don't need to worship.
This one is from this is another Alabama one here. Dion Martin from 3 years ago. I went to take my Honda Hobbit moped to Midway Cycles in Madison, Alabama to get worked on today. It was 96 degrees and about the most beautiful September day I'd ever seen. They quoted me a price of a possible $500 to get my moped repaired. I thought that was a very reasonable estimate for 2 tires, a tune-up, and repairing my broken taillight. They filled out the paperwork, and I left, telling them that I thought the city of Madison was the best city I'd ever ventured into. Anyway, to finish the story, I stopped at Madison Petco, and I bought this cute male rat. I named him Rocket. It's solid white. It seems to be more tame than my hamsters and guinea pigs. To be
Hamsters?
Tamer
You just
than my
wanna be like-
hamster.
Uh-oh, hamster.
If this guy was talking to you at your job, be like, "Here's your coffee."
Exactly. If this guy was RXK nephew, you'd be like, keep going.
Yeah. At least he's convinced. Yeah, this is all like. And what else did I do the other day? I had a
I
salad.
found a male rat. I named him Rocky. He was
Okay.
solid
Yeah.
white.
So, do you think he was like, I would love to tell people about this bargain I got and my rat? I'm going to just search rat on YouTube
Yes.
and comment
Yeah,
the first
right?
thing
Because
that I
is there a
see.
song?
That's
I-
probably
That's,
exactly what
I feel
happened.
how we got
I
here.
bet he typed in rat, saw what had the biggest, or he misspelled rat, and then saw
Yes,
what had the
of
most
course.
responses. There's a little bit more here. To be honest, it seems that Rocket is almost human. Would you believe the reason I stopped at the plaza was to get a jelly donut at Dunkin' Donuts?
I would.
His mom's like, Rodney, get in the car.
Yeah, with this David Berkowitz shit.
Yeah.
I ended up passing up on the donut shop, and I walked over to the pet store and bought a pet rat. I named it Rocket after the Huntsville Space and Rocket Center, which happens to be nearby. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to the greatest city in human America,
Everyone wants to give a shout out.
Madison, Alabama. I'm almost teary-eyed.
Yes.
Well, look, who among us has not made the classic mistake of going to get a donut and realizing that you got home with a pet rat? You know,
Yeah, we've all been there.
And then immediately go to YouTube, find a band that has a
and you
similar
go,
name as
this
the
rat
animal.
is creepily human.
Yeah.
Start
We
going.
got a
yeah,
little
sometimes-
Cinderella situation on our
Sometimes
hands.
he talks to me.
And finally, this is Clinton Grandy from 7 years ago. I'm a Rat fan. There, I said it. Or typed it.
You're not really coming out of a closet on
You
the
know,
comment section
there
of
I
a rat
said it.
video on YouTube.
Nobody else has mentioned they're a fan though, so
Yeah, he wants to make sure he's here for the right reasons.
yeah.
He says, there, I said it. Or typed it. Is anyone coming? These girlfriends I have, they just love their rats.
I love Rivers reading. These girlfriends I have.
They, they got these pet rats, and they love it when they climb in the girlfriend's hair. They walk around and around like
round
they're
and round.
quite comfortable with that. If I had enough money,
So this is just like a comment section.
Money.
This is a bunch of people being like, my girlfriend who lives in Canada. Like, it's a bunch of those guys.
They're
Like,
all like, I have multiple girlfriends and multiple rats.
they love my rats.
I love this song.
Movie Willard is great.
if I had enough money, I could buy them a chimpanzee. I would be more comfortable with, some kind of monkey or maybe a horse or something. But like I say, I'm not too fond of rats. I don't know what is so compelling for them. They're turning into some kind of circus act with these things. Some people call pigeons flying rats.
Wow.
And I don't think that pigeons are wonderful creatures. They should get some of those instead. Right, Kat? Right, Tessa? I'm a little confused because I'm listening to Metallica, but that's what they all say. Wow. Don't you think, I have an appointment with my psychiatrist, Dr. Love? Yeah, maybe that's what I'll say. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's referencing that song, Dr. Love.
Yeah,
This
for
is what
kids.
Call me Dr. Love by
Yeah.
a Kiss.
This is what Richard Nixon was doing in the Oval Office. He's just running in circles. Like, you hear me, Tess?
What you think?
Maybe that will keep me out of one of those one flew over the cuckoo's nest scenarios. Wish me luck. God help me, do I have to go? What's she doing to me anyway? Wow. I'm some kind of military experiment, I think. But sometimes that is quite fun.
Twice on this podcast, I am just turned on beyond belief.
That's how I won Holly over was I talked to her like that. I was like, and the vermin and the cheese. She was like, yeah, what else?
Yeah, tell me about pigeons again.
And that is
Wow.
Round and Round by Ratt from 1984's Out of the Damn Cellar. Shout out to Micah Pratt, who, by the way, suggested this, and also is the guy who suggested Stinkfist by Tool last week. I erroneously ascribed that to another listener I was chatting with. Got my signals mixed. Micah Pratt.
That other
Micah
listener
Pratt.
could please give back the credit.
Yeah.
You need to call Micah Pratt.
Yeah, MV.
You tell me something.
You go comment on that video. I was falsely given credit for suggesting this song.
Dude,
But yeah,
Ratt kicks ass.
MVP this week and last week to Micah. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much for everybody listening. Seth Pomeroy, where can people find you?
You can find
Online.
me on the internet. No, you'll find me on the internet. It's my name at Twitter and Instagram, and also I keep giving my wrong fucking handle for my letterbox. I realize
That's Seth Pom.
it's just Seth Pom, which is when I was younger. That was my AOL name when I was a kid. And some point, someone was like, "Your name is Seth Porn, right?" When you
It looks like
Oh,
that.
it was like that.
oh fuck.
Oh, I had
So
a very,
anyways, it's Seth Porn on Letterboxd.
I had a similar situation where I changed my AIM name just to be funny to Rolling Hard on 22s. And because, Cadillac on 22s
22s,
has
yeah.
been around, and I thought that would be funny. And Rollin' was taken. So I put Rolling. And so somebody was like, why is your name Rolling Hard on?
Yeah.
They thought the 22.
worst.
Yeah.
That's
so-
how you kill yourself.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
I had a
Yeah.
my
that's what
best
you
friend's
do.
name was Cam, and we made a chat room once called the Holly and Cam Show.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
brought a lot of the wrong
It
people.
shaped me. It shaped me in a lot of ways.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holly Perkins, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Perkalerk, Perkalerk, and then everything else is just Holly Perk.
Hell yes, absolutely follow Holly. Carter, where can people find you?
Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram.
Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. The best way to support the show, head to patreon.com/thegoodspod. Just put up a new episode with our friend Blake Hamilton discussing the 2003. We're coming up on the goddamn 19th anniversary of the Benifer classic Gigli, which is one of my
love
favorite bad movies of all time. That's
really
up there
flies by.
now at patreon.com/thegoodspod. Second best way to support this show, head over to Apple Podcasts. Shout out to Tom Sherlock, by the way, who wrote the nicest review I've ever read in my life. Just absolutely made my day. So head over to Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars, rate, review, and subscribe. Show that attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, we're getting you a rat. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.